Okay. Is this working?
There it is.
That's an immediate copyright strike. So I hope you hope it's worth it, and I hope that you appreciate what I do here, which you don't, clearly. Guys, we got a really big show planned today. I got an actual lot of actual topics to talk about. Okay, a lot of actual topics, but before we actually get started, I want to just kind of give a shout out to you,
the audience. Because,
we've actually on this show, we've generated at least 3 of the greatest ideas, I think, in human history. And these ideas are as follows. Number one.
No.
The Zizek Pixar raccoon idea. This is the idea that Pixar needs to make a movie where the main character is a, Pixar animated raccoon who loves garbage, and he's also a philosopher voiced by Slavoj Žižek. If this happened, I mean, we're talking the most successful Pixar that's ever been created. But okay?
No. To quote Benjamin Pepino, no.
Second idea that we've generated. And by we, I mean, I just sit here on my stream with a blank face and you guys say this stuff. Willem Dafoe's Batman. And this is the idea that Willem Dafoe will play Batman, but it will be more like a, nutty, Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor slash Medea. What's that other guy's name? What's the guy's name who does Medea? I can't remember. But it'll be like that where he plays where Willem Dafoe plays every character in Batman. This is, I mean, just stop art after that gets made. And finally, the third idea, which hopefully we'll be talking about tonight with a classic recurring character on this program, Chipford, doing her version by the end, maybe not. I'm just kidding. Her version of The Bachelorette, which is called The Toilerette, which is where if she doesn't choose the guy as her, if instead of giving him a rose or whatever it is when you don't get the rose or you don't stay, when you get not chosen on The Bachelorette, her version is the guy has to walk up steps and jump into a giant toilet and then get flushed out into the parking lot if she doesn't choose him as one of her possible mates. So, guys, I mean, you're welcome. You're welcome, the culture of this world, for these ideas. And that kind of brings us to one of the topics.
That kind of brings us to one of the topics that we'll talk about tonight, which is, the topic is,
what's an idea
What's an idea? What is an idea?
What is an idea? Like, guys, welcome to my TED Talk. What is an idea? Like, what if we break it down, if we actually analyze ideas, we actually put on the cellular level, we put people into a KCG machine and a Casey and JoJo machine, and we put them through, and we actually found the origins of the generation of ideas. Okay? And what I want to ask you tonight as a topic is, what's an idea that you have it's useless maybe, but you kind of like it, or you don't know what to do with it? So for example, Zizek as a Pixar raccoon. I mean, this is how Pixar has not reached out to any of us is disgusting, frankly. Right?
No.
I really want to
make pee-pee, make pee-pee, make pee-pee.
When I think about that. Okay? So what's an idea that you got that you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. This idea is beautiful, but I don't know what to do with it.
That is the topic. Our first topic for the night. Okay?
So get the attitude correct. All right? And we got a brand new segment in the show, which we'll talk about later. You're going to love this. You're going to love this, guys. Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. Oh, yeah!
Hi.
It's Chippy, just here in the show. Chipford?
Yeah.
Chipford Reserve.
Hello.
Chippy, yeah, I can hear you. What is going on, Chippy?
Nothing much. How are you? The big guy, the guy with the interviews and stuff.
Hey, I don't like to brag, you know. It's no big. It's just one of the smartest guys on YouTube. That's no big. Whatever. I don't like to brag.
I mean, I'm telling you, before you know it, you're gonna be on Hassan Piker's show, and then before you know it, you're gonna become Daddy RM.
That's right. That's right. First, I might get on Hassan Piker's show. I might get on what's the other one? The Hill. I might get on the Hill now.
That's over though. That's over. They left the Hill. Those two.
That's how I'm gonna get on, Chippy. Like no one watches it anymore. They're just like, hey, we'll put anybody on. You know what I mean? I'll get on that. I'm trying to get on my next goal of a guest is Review Bra. I want to get Review Bra. I want to get
Review Bra.
I want to get.
What do they do? Review bras?
You don't know Review Bra?
No.
Review Brother? No. You don't know Review Brother? Oh, Chippy.
No.
Chippy, you just proved
I'm about to get dunked.
You're about to get dunked. You just proved to everyone that you're not like that. You have a life. That you're not just looking at stupid internet crap all day. You know what I mean?
Blue Chew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the time. I can only watch Papa Piker and Daddy RM. So I'm about to start that. I'm just gonna get everybody to call you Daddy RM.
I like
Papa RM. I like Papa RM.
You know what? Okay. You know what? Since you brought up Hassan, like we got to start a thing. I think he needs help. That guy, right? He somehow streams like literally like 40 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean,
take a break, Hassan. It's okay.
But I think he's making like good money though. I don't know. If he's making the good money, why stop?
We're gonna this is my thing. I think we're gonna have to airlift him out of that apartment.
You think so?
I think he's gonna eventually.
I find it so interesting because he has to go pee all the time, and I'm like, dude, like most of the show, he's going, sorry, I gotta pee. Give me a second, I gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
And then he brings out the chicken dish that at this point, I kind of want to try it. It looks really good.
He's just eating. He's just living his entire life on stream. Why doesn't he just, okay, yet another great idea generated. Hassan, get a giant USB cable and connect a USB, one of these webcams in your bathroom so you can even be streaming when you're on the toilet.
On the toilet.
Flushing toilets.
He actually,
right? Why has he not done
funny. That? I don't know, but I always find it funny because I didn't know that he would take his phone and have the stream on his phone when he left videos running, because he would just come back and be like, bro, I can't believe this dude said this or whatever. And I'm like, how does he know that? He was in the kitchen cooking. And then I realized that, oh, he takes his fucking phone. I'm like, this dude is just always attached, dude. He's just there.
I think he's done streams too where he's like out in the real world and he's got like a giant like.
Oh yeah, he did one in Austin, in your hometown. I can't believe you guys didn't get together.
He asked. I was
Don't
like,
joke.
he asked. I was like, I'm busy. I can't make it. So.
Well,
I'm sorry, Hassan. I got a Ben Burgess interview. Sorry, dude. Sorry, bro.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
True. You're like too good for him now.
And he was like,
good.
please, sir, please do a stream with me. And I was like, dude, calm down. You're acting desperate, man.
Bro,
Stop
he did
it.
like straight up like one entire hour bitching about Teslas because they couldn't find a supercharger in Austin. How can you not find a supercharger? Isn't fucking Tesla living there now? What's his name? Elon Musk? Hello?
Yep. He's here. And he is, we're loving it. We're glad to have you.
Oh, yeah.
Elon, we're glad to have you, dude. Really, like, it's not going to change anything about this town. This town that at one point was, young people and artists could kind of get by and do creative things. And that's not going to change. It'll all be the same. No problem, dude.
Bye.
I wanted to, first of all, congratulate you on the interview. You introduced me to the new guy.
Oh, you don't give a shit, Chippy.
I loved it.
Okay.
And I wanted to say that I really liked at the end when he was talking about how the communist or like socialist parties in Europe had to eventually change their tone and kind of like disavow like Stalinism in the USSR.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was bringing up like a good point that we've like lost here in the States about how people forget. Like I was talking to Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna come on in a little bit, but I was telling him about this.
What's that guy's full name again? If Richard Nixon was good at football.
If Richard Nixon was good at football.
Good
Woo!
name. Okay, sorry, but Chippy, you were making a serious point. You go ahead. Sorry.
So I was telling him that I'm currently taking this class where we were talking about Frantz Fanon, and he wrote about the revolutions in Africa, and his writings basically was that violence is the only way that Africa could liberate itself from colonialism. And that's simplifying it, but in his book, he's known for this book called The Wretched of the Earth. And I really recommend people to read it.
Good recommendation, Chippy. Yeah, that's like a classic anti-colonialism book. Good call.
Yeah, and so the thing is that I got into a bit of a debate with somebody in class because he was saying that the book was promoting violence, and the example he gave was that Pol Pot read that book, and that then inspired him to do the Cambodian revolution, right? And one of the points that I made to him was that I don't think that Frantz Fanon, sadly he died right after he wrote the book, so he didn't get to see the results of his writings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Frantz Fanon wrote that hoping that somebody like Pol Pot would read it and then commit the horrible, tragedies and violence that he did in Cambodia, just like I was telling Richard Nixon that Friedrich Nietzsche didn't expect his writings to inspire
the Nazis and stuff.
Right?
Yeah, true.
It's just like this idea that things that happen in their time, right? Like you need to think of the context of their time. You can't connect it to today. It's not the same thing. Like the world that we live in today is not the world of before, and so you can't compare both. It just makes no sense. And I thought he made a really good point.
Yeah, that's definitely what Ben Burgess was talking about. I think with a lot of clarity about tankies and the Soviet Union and stuff like that.
Yeah, the tankies, which I never I don't know what he was saying, tankies, and I was like, is he talking about the USSR? But I didn't realize how the term tankies came to be. So
Yeah,
I'm really glad he explained
he
that.
did a good origin story for that too. Yeah, and it's weird because in my little notes, I had to, I wrote down to ask him that, and I forgot. I didn't ask him that, and he still did it, which is he's great, and easy interview. I could just ask the questions and then just like just say let's go to sleep basically because he's he's so good.
Yeah, I love Audie Vera put, I quote, I was telling Richard Nixon. It does come off pretty crazy, me saying I was telling Richard Nixon.
Yeah, I was talking to Richard. That did sound, it struck me kind of weird. I was talking to Richard
The
Nixon
communist,
in the Discord.
the famous communist.
Exactly. He's in the Discord. Him and Jimmy Carter and whoever.
Yeah.
They're all in the Discord.
They evolved from Vietnam. They really regret it.
Well, Chippy, I'm so glad that you got something out of that interview. I'm glad you're like arguing with people too. That's cool. Are there what's the kind of landscape of people in your school and in your classes? Like, are they apolitical usually? Do they not give a crap? Are they like watching PragerU? Like, what's the story?
So, oh God. So the guy that I'm talking about, he likes PragerU and loves Jordan Peterson. So there's that. But
in other words, you got dunked on, and he's way smarter than you, and you don't get it. You don't get it, Chip.
Well, I'll tell you something. I feel kind of bad for him because I had to work with him in a previous class about globalization, and the topic that we talked about was colonialism. And as I said before on here, I'm from Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico has like a weird thing because we are a colony, even though people don't want to say that, but we are a colony. That's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when I talk about like I feel very deeply about colonization. Of course, I haven't experienced what Africa experienced, or I'm a very privileged person, but I understand the struggle of not being recognized and just being like treated like we're Americans, but we don't get to vote for president. We don't get like what the fuck? Like, if we don't really get the same rights that Americans in a supposed democracy get, and it's kind of
it's a little fucked up. Little fucked up. Yeah, for sure.
And so I tried to explain it to him of like, when people talk about colonialism, like it's a real thing. And the reason why a lot of people take a radical turn is because of, again, I was telling, not the real Richard Nixon. What is it? Is Richard Nixon?
I think it's like, remember on Futurama, they had all those heads, those like frozen heads in the glass containers. I think it's that. I think that of Richard Nixon is in the chat. That'd be oh boy, that'd be dope.
So what I was telling him was that when all you're surrounded by is violence, not just like physically, but also like they force on you violently their way of thinking, their way of life. Like,
right.
Like, we're all westernized. Like people of color in the world are westernized. If you go back in time, most of us did not live the way that we lived before. That's not what we were traditionally. And that was forced on us violently. And so, yeah, for a lot of people, it's like, fuck it. Like, I want to fight. I want to take them down. And I don't think you should be angry at that or blame them. Like, you should be able to sympathize with that. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm not saying that you should take violent action, but I can sympathize. I can understand that. I can understand why they're angry. And
this is you're talking about the exact same thing that people are talking about with the Israel issue right now, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, that's like probably the best modern example of it. Like,
So like a living example right now. I mean,
or living example. Yeah. Sorry.
No. Yeah. It's like, yeah. I mean, and it's like you could make the same argument that you're making for these, more historical examples, or I mean, living examples as well. But like, where it's like, that's why people react, and that's why people fight back and stuff. It's not like, oh, like they're just violent people or something like that. It's
Well, and even the best of people, right? Nelson Mandela started radically, right? Like he was part of what they considered a terrorist group, and he did do like terrorist acts, and he went to jail for it, and then he came out and took a more pacifist strategy, right?
mhm.
And even then, when he was taking the pacifist route, he was getting fucking blood, like literally beat to death, and called a radical for it. So, okay, if I'm peaceful, I'm a radical, I'm a criminal, but then if I do it the violent way, I'm violent, I'm a radical. Okay, so which one is which? Which one do you want? It's the same thing with the civil rights movement, with with the Black Panthers, like Martin Luther King tried to do it peacefully, and then the Black Panthers came along because they felt like that wasn't getting results. And even then, they were being treated like crap and seen as like, so, like, which one do you want? Figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I have to free my people. I have to get my people what they need, So,
This
I'm
is
getting
a-
flushed, bro.
No,
But-
yeah, Chippy's getting worked up, and rightly so. Well, Chippy, yeah, I mean, this is like a huge topic that people, I feel like is just, at least in my lifetime, is becoming more like public conversation, and and books, like a good book that I'm sure I've mentioned a bunch of times on here is that Jakarta Method book, if you want to get really into the imperialism stuff, and honestly, just like true history. Like, let's just look at history without watering it down, without any propaganda. Like,
Yeah.
let's just look at the truth of this situation, and you could get it in books like that. But Chippy, I have. Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise?
Yeah.
This I don't know why. I have a tablet connected to this thing, and it does that. Not what do you want? Why do you do that noise? Always doing that noise.
Maybe it's just telling you is enough. Take her out. Take
Yeah,
them out. That's what she's telling you.
The tablet's telling me you got to get flushed.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so. And it's
Chippy-
okay, tablet.
Chippy, can you update us? What's going on with the toilet? Okay, I understand this is a really abrupt subject change. We went
Yeah.
from like
It's
imperialism.
necessary though.
But Chippy,
We need to cleanse the palate.
just to give everybody a little bit of a catch up here. Chippy has been having, well, I wouldn't say like trouble finding a romantic partner, but you're at your school, and all the guys at your school are creeps, right? They're pukes,
Yeah.
and they're lame, right? So you're
The worst.
looking for a romantic partner, and we're gonna do a thing on the show called the Toilerette. Instead of the
Woo!
Bachelorette, you're the Toilerette. And when you don't pick somebody, they have to walk up steps and jump in a giant toilet, and they get flushed out. When is this?
And then they go
is
on a
this
slide,
actually
right?
And then they go on a slide right out into
Yeah.
the parking lot.
It's happening this weekend. We all ended up getting busy, but I did tell them I want it to happen next week. We're gonna do it through Zoom, and I wanted to once again remind people to sign up. We're going to repost the sign up sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yes.
But also, I want to set a mission out there for any musicians, including Fish. Fish, I'm putting you in the spot.
Ooh.
We would like a jingle. We would like a jingle if possible.
Yeah, get a jingle for the Toilerette. Get some good lyrics in there, like working like Chippy related lyrics.
And get freaky, man. I want it to be freaky. I want it to be nice, funky. I want it all.
All of it. Freaky,
So, yeah.
freaky, messy, all that. All right, Chippy. Very good. Chippy, let's talk soon. I will talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye. Classic Chippy. Classic Chippy. Right? Let's get banned one more time.
Welcome to the show. And we're gonna have a really good time. Did you hear what Chippy was saying? It was pretty serious, but then it got kind of funny.
Okay, that's enough. Let's not get banned. I just love doing that Grimes voice. I can't help it. Okay, guys, new segment. We got a new segment on the program, and this is like everybody watching this. You're invited to this. You're part of this. You're in it now, okay? And we even got a intro. I made a little intro graphic. We're gonna do movie club, guys.
We're gonna do fucking movie club, guys. We're doing fucking movie club, dudes. We're doing fucking movie club, bros.
Okay, cool. We're doing movie club. Check this out. This is the first movie club movie.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh my god! In one night.
Guys, long story short, the movie is going to be I Saw the Devil. Who recommended this? Somebody last stream recommended I Seen the Devil. I think it's called. I Seen or I Saw the Devil. Everybody, look. You can watch it for the next program, which is on Wednesday, the next stream, or we could talk about it all the way to next Monday, okay? So you have a lot of time to watch this. So none of this attitude and none of these excuses, okay? And it looks amazing, by the way. I don't know how I haven't seen this movie. Also, it's a Bobby Lee favorite. Is it Barry Lyndon? Somebody said. J-Bone!
J-Bone! Come on, J-Bone! Come on, J-Bone!
J-Bone, stop, man. Drop the attitude, man. I Seen the Devil, guys. It's a Bobby Lee favorite, apparently. Some guy, I can't remember. If you're the guy who recommended it, please make yourself known. All right? Because I want to thank you for suggesting this. And I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. Mountain Goat, are you there?
Mountain Goat. Mountain Goat? Mountain? Mountain Goat?
Hello.
What up?
Not incredibly much. Just watching Papa RM as a show of Chippy solidarity, you know?
Yeah, big time Chippy solidarity. We're here for Chippy, you know? It's a mutual Chippy aid foundation, you know?
Precisely, yes.
Yes, so we love Chippy. Hopefully this show will happen where she flushes, you know, potential romantic partners. Way better than The Bachelorette. I think The Bachelorette's happening right now. I think that I was actually expecting the stream to be like nobody was here because, we got to watch The Bachelorette. We got to watch somebody. We got to watch this weird.
In the theme of talking about weird things we've had to deal with at school,
Yes.
In my first year of university, I ended up doing a project for a communication course on The Bachelorette, specifically about how toxic and like manipulative that show is and how hilarious it becomes, and it was really quite a deep dive.
It's Hunger Games type stuff. I bet if you gave that show to Slavoy, he would have all kind of give us all the ideology in that show, right? There's some twisted
all the light and dark, all that.
Oh yeah, there's some twisted ideology going on in that show, right?
Yes, very Machiavellian, perhaps.
Exactly. Every kind of like just petty competitive backstabbing and desperation.
Yeah, so like Republican politics then, like that plus the Hunger Games. Cool.
Just normalizing it, you know. That show is definitely a CIA op of some kind, and just normalizing all this stuff. And then people are just like, oh, it seems fair. Seems fine.
Yeah.
This kind of thing seems fine.
It.
Exactly. To be expected.
Yeah.
Mountain Goat, what else is going on? You got anything else for us tonight?
Well, okay. So I was during the CIA screening before I could get into the green room. one of my topics I brought up was Ben Shapiro's latest antics, and I saw a tweet from him. And in the process of going to look for that tweet, I got like recommended Twitter topics, and the first one was Tuck Carlman. He was number one, but the number two, Alberta, which isn't entirely unsurprising to me, Canadian. And
is that where Jordy Peterman's from? Is that where Jordy's from?
Yes,
Okay.
Jordy. We also lay claim to Mr. Thomas McDonald, the famous rap star.
Oh, what is he like? Look, I'm gonna show my boomer, my boomer attitude. But is he like? Is Tom McDonald like a Trumpy kind of like? What is that?
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's the vibe that I got. But I'm like, I can't really put in the emotional commitment to looking him up.
Anthony Fantano did a really great, I'll call it a critique, but it was a lot more merciless than that of his song. It's called White Boy. So get his alignment from that.
He's getting into he's like Chet Hanks territory.
Yeah. Oh God, Chet Hanks. Yeah, he
boy
has a habit of lurking around and speaking in accents. But his latest song was called Snowflake, and if that doesn't give things away, I don't know what will.
Snowflake. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just do a song called like Trigger Warning or something?
Yeah, he mentioned trigger warnings in the song Snowflake.
He's like, hey, shout out to Donnie Trump Jr. on this one. Like that's how he starts.
Yeah, and like it's not even that the song is horrible or like the themes are horrible. It's legitimately one of the worst pieces of writing I think a human has ever made.
Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna check out Tom McDonald. He sounds good. Sounds really good.
You'll contract brain rot, but I suspect it's no worse than what we get watching the program. So
exactly. That what? That's what I'm gonna start doing. Is just I'll just stream Tom McDonald's music on here. All right.
Fantastic idea. That'll.
I'll see. I'll consult with. I'll consult with Anthony Frantano on this one.
Beautiful.
All right. Mountain Goat, love you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ryan oh, look, there's a little bit of cross talk in the chat. Redolent Thought says to Ryan Carroll, oh, guys just having a chat? Good for you. I'm just kidding. You don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. My first job in LA was at Guitar Center, selling drums. Guy in the guitar section, I kept thinking, I know that guy. He was Kevin in Repo Man. Ooh, Xander Schloss. Wasn't Jello Biafra in Repo Man too? I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but it is good. Very good. So guys, remember, that movie does look really good, that I Saw the Devil. How have I not seen that? And I think the guy who suggested it, you racist you, said that it was the same director as Old Boy because he thinks all Asian people are one person. That's sick, racist. You're not allowed on the channel anymore. That guy, who I'm pretty sure I'm getting wrong what he said. But let's watch it, guys. Again, cut the attitude, watch the movie. Oh, he's been mentioned, so now we have to have him on. If Richard Nixon were good at football. Hello?
Aaron, can you hear me?
Hi, are you there, sir? Hello?
I'm here. I just wanted to reenact Tommy by The Who.
The whole thing?
Great album.
The whole thing?
No, not some of those songs are crap, but I think some of them are some big prog rock inspiration.
Anyway, how's it? He's a pinball wizard and a dabbity-doo.
Yep, and then you got Elton John in the movie with that.
Oh yeah, Elton John.
All right,
very good.
RM, I'm a little peeved at you tonight.
Wait, I have to read something really quick from Adored Pariah. Hey there, my eye is doing better. Just over here growing a beard and going bald. Huh. Adored Pariah. Sounds like you got a lot going on, and you're more than welcome to go into more detail if you want to get on the thing. And then, of course, Saint Shenanigans financing the show. Remember that Simpsons episode where Homer keeps buying hot dogs, and then the hot dog guy goes, "Lady, he's putting my kids through college." That's Saint Shenanigans. That's Saint Shenanigans. So thank you.
With the $5 donations 5 times a stream.
Exactly. I'm just gonna Venmo it back to her. I'll just Venmo it back. You know what I mean? But anyway, so Richard Nixon, but good at football. Please, I interrupted you. Please go ahead.
I wanted to start off on a positive note tonight, but you got me confused for that dork from this dimension.
Oh yeah,
I'm not the same
loser.
Nixon.
That loser. Yeah. He is a
he
dork,
couldn't make
right?
it into Harvard. What an idiot.
Oh, what a loser. Actually, he's even more of a loser because I think he did like get accepted to Harvard, but he couldn't afford.
He couldn't pay for it.
He couldn't pay for it. What a loser. Dork.
I got a full ride scholarship because I'm good at football, so that's completely different.
Hell yeah. Showing that dork who's boss.
Yeah, instead of being envious of all the New England type preppy people, I became them. So
he had a weird name. He started some like secret society that had like a really stupid name. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I'm not up to snuff on my Nixon lore for a while.
He really wanted to be like a Ivy League secret society guy, so he started his own. But he was
I saw Skull and Bones from like his future TV, and he was like, "I want to do that."
He started his own Skull and Bones, but it was something like Frump and Brown Jackets or something. Like something really
I think I've heard about that. Didn't it have something to do with like Elvis wanting to be a drug cop too?
Probably. But anyway, you had a grievance that you wanted to air, I think.
Oh, that was the grievance. You're confusing me with the dork Nixon.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
I didn't share the recipe to the really muscular beverage just to get this slander.
Oh yeah, that beverage. That beverage has really been helping me out, I gotta admit. What's in that? Can you remind me? What's in that beverage again?
Pepino Lime Gatorade, Mylanta, Gray Chew, Blue Chew as like the garnish.
Yep.
And then if you want to sink the money into it for the bit, the Crowder Mug Club mug.
Oh, yeah, but we were gonna start the Mud Club, where it's just so maybe the Mud Club is that you get that sort of that like lumpy mixture. You don't get it in a container; it just comes in a FedEx box, and you have to like mud. You kind of scoop it out and you lick it to get your.
You gotta do like the pottery wheel, make your own mug.
Oh yeah, the pottery wheel, like in Ghost, the romantic scene in Ghost. Very good.
You have to do it while playing the Righteous Brothers.
Exactly. What better use of that song than that movie? That song will forever be, what would you say? Associated with Ghost. I remember when I saw that movie, there's a part in the beginning where he looks like he's about to die. And as a little kid, I was like, there it is. He's about to die. And then he doesn't die. And you're like, that was a misdirect. So
why is he still living? This movie's called Ghost.
It's called Ghost. Get to the death already. Get that guy dead.
Hurry it up.
Oh, I paid $7 for this, and I'm already running out of nachos. That's what I was saying.
It's the mid '90s, and you've already got like the MCU. I'm tired of this kind of mentality.
Exactly.
Get to the fun scenes.
Exactly. Yeah. Hurry up. Get to the action part. Get to the dying. Get to more Whoopi Goldberg, please. That's what I was shouting at the screen. And then I was brutally beaten and asked to leave. All right.
You just reminded me of another movie suggestion because I was about to get to my movies for the night.
Let's hear it, please.
Starting off, Black Dynamite again, just because.
Let me write
hilarious
it down.
Movie.
This has been recommended multiple times. Black Dynamite.
I think I've done it before.
Is that one like a goof on like blaxploitation movies?
Yes, that's what I was explaining last week.
Maybe we should watch that, but also watch some of those actual movies like Dolomite and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've gone through that phase of like let's just watch like 70s movies made in the last 10 years kind of thing.
Exactly. Dolomite was the best because we were like, get off me, honky, and he would like kick a guy, and the guy would like just fall down the steps and stuff. I love those.
Yeah.
Gotta love those movies.
All right. And because you mentioned Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
I've got to mention this movie that made up like a solid chunk of my childhood.
Whoopi Goldberg. Yes, please.
Yes. It's Dougal, which is this terrible Weinstein Company
Dougal.
animated film
Okay.
where Whoopi Goldberg voices a like drag queen cow. I haven't seen it in years, but I think her name's like Dairy Queen.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so stupid. And they wrote a whole movie around it, probably. Okay.
No, she's like one of the side characters. The main character is like this dog or whatever, and like they have to get. It's based on some like obscure British thing, so you know it's stupid and like just like all over the place. But I love this movie, like just because Jimmy Fallon voices a stoner rabbit in it.
Mhm.
Like for being such a flop, it has so many like weirdly good voice actors. Good being like, you know, your own taste, but like
is this like a Wallace
high
and
end.
Is this some Wallace and Gromit kind of crap?
What?
Not exactly, because it's like CG. It's not like claymation.
All right. Okay, so Dougal and Black Dynamite.
Yeah,
Have you watched
All right.
I Seen the Devil?
I have not. Is it a Korean film?
I'm pretty sure it's Korean. Yeah. Will you
Okay.
will you please watch it and that's
I'm-
the other thing. This is the whole point, guys. Please, this is the whole point of the Monday Night Movie Club. The Monday Movie Club is to
Yeah.
the next stream or the next stream is you chime in with your little disgusting opinions and I chime in with my little putrid opinions on the movie.
I think we should make it an every Monday, so then it's not like a, you know, like all over the place kind of thing.
Every Monday. It's every Monday. It's every day.
Yeah,
like
we talked
Jake-
about last week's movie assignment this week, you know?
Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly how we do it. But what do Jake and Logan Paul say? They say it's all day or it's every day or something like that. What do they say?
I don't know. Something
All right.
like that.
All right, Richard Nixon, I love you and I'll talk to you next time.
All right, adios.
Now that's a good person right there. If you guys want to see a good person, look no further than if Richard Nixon was good at football, because that's a good guy right there. And a lot of people in the chat, they say he sucks. You know, they say he sucks. His name's too complicated. He's a cryptic SOB with that name. But I disagree. Okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. You know, I'm a libertarian. I'm actually a libertarian. I think there should be more libraries. You know what I mean? That's a funny joke. Fisher, are you there?
Fish! Hey, Fish!
Hey, how are
Fish,
you
what up,
this
dude?
week? Dude, I'm excited for the movie recommendation. I want to be part of a movie club. Like, my friend is going to film school, or he's going to a school for film.
Okay.
So like I feel like I have the film thing in my I've absorbed that from him, and I'm excited for the movie club.
Maybe you can kind of one up him with this. You're like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You're like, yeah, right. He's talking about like Bong Joon-ho or something. You're like, yeah, right. Sure, Bong Joon-ho. Yeah, if you don't care about movies that much, we watched I Seen the Devil, which is a slightly deeper cut. So maybe you need to go back to film school. You say that to him, you're mean to him for no reason in front of a bunch of people.
Dang. Well, guess
Burn.
what today?
Yes.
Guess what? Papa, guess
Yes.
what today was? It was my last day of high school. Ever.
Whoa!
Ever.
No more Grimes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring it
No more
back.
high school!
Yeah.
Keep your
No more high school.
No more high school! Woo!
Yeah.
No more high school!
No more high school, yeah.
You can't tell
No
him
more
what
high
to do
school. I
anymore.
don't even need
No more
to
telling
get
Fisher
a
what to
degree. No. Oh. No more high school, eh. Yeah, no more
Hey.
high school, eh.
Hey, no more high
Hey,
school.
yeah.
Freedom.
Freedom.
We don't need no education anymore.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. It's
We don't need
okay.
it.
It's
How do
all
you-
just another.
How do
Just
you
another
feel?
brick in the wall.
How do you feel? Were you like, get me out of this dump?
No, I was into school. I enjoyed
boy.
it. I was
wow.
I was like a part of like student leadership. I did the announcements every morning
Holy moly.
over the intercom.
Very good. Did you add little quips and stuff to it?
All the time. I developed a character where every morning I would be like, "Okay, guys, on 3, 1, 2, 3, roar!" Because our mascot's the Tigers,
You
so
got
we would
people
Tiger
pumped.
roar every morning.
Oh man, you got people pumped up.
Yeah.
You know what's a funny joke you could have done over that thing? You could have gone like, and tonight and today in the cafeteria we have chicken fingers, macaroni and cheese, and dollar drafts. I didn't make that up. That's from Strangers with Candy. But that would have been funny.
Oh wait, that was supposed to be funny.
Oof, that's it. You get the song again. You get
Oh
the song.
no! No!
No more high school! No more high school!
Hey!
You burned the books! You burned the teacher! No more high school! You can all die, I hate you!
Okay.
Hey!
That's great that you had a fun school experience and you liked it.
Yeah, I've always kind of been in the mindset of like my teachers are people, and I bet if I ask them questions about themselves, they'll show me that they're just people. And I don't know. It's just school was my access to a bunch of relationships, so it was kind of nice.
Did you call any of your teachers by their first name? Like you come into class and you're like, "Oh, hey Larry, hey Tony." Did you do that? There was I guarantee I've told this dumb story on this thing before, but there was a kind of like okay, look, don't cancel me, but like whatever. There was an attractive cheerleading coach, and she taught like, I don't know, English or science or something. And this one kid like kept calling her by her first name, and she kept telling him to stop. And it was made everyone very uncomfortable, but he thought it was so funny. He thought it was so funny. Amy, he was
funny
like,
for him.
"Hey, Amy." Yeah, he thought he was being so clever. "Hey, Amy."
Nice,
what a
dude.
creep. What a creep. Well, so it sounds like your teachers are generally pretty cool.
No. Well, yes.
Okay.
I actually like I had one teacher that I called him by his first name one time, and he's just like, "No, we're not doing that." And I was like, "Okay." But I actually had one last teacher that like I had always heard about, and just for my last quarter this year, because we did quarters because of COVID, I had her. Her name is Mrs. Punchakar. Mrs. Punchakar. And she used to be
Punchakar.
Yeah, and she used to be a bodybuilder, and she's like a Trumper, and she teaches the government and economics classes.
Are you doing a bit? What is that? What is
I'm not.
this?
I'm not doing a bit. She was actually. You can look her up. Don't do that. That's kind of invasion of privacy.
Mrs. Punchakar. Are you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's hard to spell, so I'm not gonna spell it for you. But.
Did she get her name from those Street Fighter in between seconds?
Exactly.
All right, Fisher.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look into this teacher. She sounds pretty cool,
dude.
And
no,
congratulations. You're an adult now.
Yeah,
you're an adult now.
It's scary, but we can do it together.
You think you're gonna be? Are you like the world that I'm going out into, and now I'm an adult is pretty okay? Is that what you think, or you're like a little bit like, I don't know about this?
I watched Parasite with my mom the other day, and then we had a long talk about like class disparity afterward, and she was totally on the other end of like everything from me. So I'm pretty scared to go into the real world if people are like that.
Oh no. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll kind of you'll help enlighten your mom a little bit. That'd be cool, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I show my mom like lots of documentaries.
Okay.
You know, and we watch documentaries together.
So your mom was watching Parasite, and she was just like, "Yeah, good. That guy should live down there in his own filth," and flicking the light off and on.
Well,
his conditions are fine.
Exactly. Seems like, this whole like getting his house pissed on all the time. That's great. He deserves that because that's where he was born, because
When
Yeah.
when their house flooded, she was like that builds character.
awesome.
That builds
Awesome.
character for them. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Well-
She thinks it's a comedy. She's laughing the whole time.
It was weird. Like literally during that scene where they were getting their house flooded, she was like, I mean, I feel bad for them because their house is flooding, but
But
also,
they were kind of asking for it.
no,
right?
no, literally,
Right,
that's
son?
what she. I'm not joking. That's
Oh,
what
boy.
she's saying.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, Fisher. Well, congratulations. Are you happy?
I'm happy. I'm getting a guitar for graduation.
Ooh, what
so
kind?
I'm
What kind?
super freaking excited. A
What-
Gretsch G5 227.
Who's
It's like
your- who-
this blue.
Yeah, you're getting a more. That's a serious. Like, who are your guitar heroes?
My guitar heroes are my best friend Ian.
Oh, boy.
We've been playing music together for a long time, and he's my hero. My brother, he's a guitar player.
Yeah, but do you have any heroes that we would that people listening would know, or is it just you're more of a your friends and associates are more your heroes?
I mean Jimi Hendrix, but like
Okay.
of course Jimi Hendrix.
You gonna light that guitar? Wouldn't that be cool if your parents buy you this guitar and then you just light it on fire the next day?
I
You're like,
probably
"What,
should
Hendrix?"
actually.
Hendrix did it.
Yeah.
The
Mom,
ceiling.
come on, it's for the art.
The ceiling is all blackened from the fire because you did it inside. That's pretty good.
I'll just tell my mom that I'm pulling myself up by my bootstraps, and then she'll be really happy with me.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, Fisher, congratulations, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye
Have a
bye.
great.
What a nice young person. He's getting a Gibson Jazzmaster, somebody says. He's getting one of those Squires. Get him a Squire. Somebody get that kid a Squire. What else do we have to talk about? Let me see. There actually is some actual things. Oh, I guess we could talk about the Grimes thing. I guess that was the point, the whole actual point of doing the Grimes song. Let's take a look.
I have a proposition for the communists. So typically, most of the communists I know are not big fans of AI. But if you think about it, AI is actually the fastest path to communism. So, if implemented correctly, AI could actually theoretically solve for abundance. Like, we could.
By the way, a lot of TikToks have this like. We really haven't. I mean, look, it's still cool technology, but we really haven't perfected the like built-in green screen thing. It always looks kind of like half their face is getting cut off.
You totally get to a situation where nobody has to work, everybody is provided for with a comfortable state of being, comfortable living.
Mm-hmm.
AI could automate all
Okay.
the farming, weed out systematic corruption,
Oh, word?
thereby bringing us to as close as possible to genuine equality.
Oh shit! Okay.
So basically, everything that everybody loves about communism,
Hell
but
yeah.
without the collective farm.
Oh damn.
Because
Okay.
let's be real, enforced farming is really not a vibe. I have a problem.
Looks like this is a parody. Somebody's doing a little Grimes parody. Let's do. I wanted to show you this because look, a lot of people are just straight up taking a dump on Grimes. On us, one of the person that did that was mentioned earlier, but whatever, you know. If you're people who I like, who I'm a fan of, but you know, you're streaming 24/7, maybe it makes you a little bit pissed off. But I wanted to contrast that with this guy. I don't know if you've heard of this guy, and this is just sort of, again, I don't want to like just straight up be like, your Grimes sucks and she's an idiot, and here's my correct take. But I think I would rather give you what a smarter person or a person who thinks about this more, what their answer would be. So this is Aaron Bastani. He wrote that book, Fully Automated Luxury Dolphin Space Communism. Here we go.
Ours is a time of crisis and collapse. So what comes next? In the 1980s, Stuart Brand said that information wants to be free. In our everyday lives, we see what that means. Computational power, storage and bandwidth gets cheaper and improves with each passing year. But what if it wasn't just information which wants to be free, but energy, labour and resources too? And what if their improvements weren't just marginal on a yearly basis, but were by double-digit percentage points every 12 months? And what if that trend continued for the rest of your life? We saw this for the first time at the turn of the 21st century, the rise of peer-to-peer file sharing, which meant major problems for both the music and movie industries. Over the next 25 years, we'll see something similar with food and cellular agriculture, with energy and renewables, and perhaps most importantly, with the world of work and labour, with robotics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Confronted with such unthinkable plenty, capitalism will have to act decisively in order to reimpose its logic and ensure its internal rules hold true. That means...
So, okay, slow down. He's saying a lot here. But he's already, you can already see where this guy is going with this, and this guy, he's talks about this stuff all the time. But that's basically like the summary answer that would be kind of a sort of kind... like a measured response to Grimes would be like, look, and we're already kind of seeing this happen where it's like you're in an economic system that goes by certain rules. And the rules are that like a certain amount of people need to be kind of desperate in order to be employed for low wages and so on, etc. And that's kind of what he's teeing up here. He's like, look, there are certain rules here, and here are the rules. And unless you get out of that mode of economics, it's just gonna shove its logic into this technology.
Amid almost unthinkable abundance, the imposition of scarcity. The market system, for so long the basis of greater social wealth, now acting as a fundamental constraint upon it. But what if we could carve a meaningful politics fit for this new age, one which understood the necessity of systems change, but also sought to mitigate issues like climate change, demographic aging, and spiralling inequality? But what if the present moment wasn't one of crisis and catastrophe, but also opportunity, where we could begin to live within the Earth's biocapacity, where we could have more time and work less? Well, it turns out that politics has a name: fully automated luxury communism.
Okay, and then there he goes. That guy's, he's interesting. I would recommend reading that book too. But that would be the real concise response to that. Is like, like the AI is probably going to be used for the same kind of in the same terms, where it's creating. I'm gonna do Jordan Peterson type hands, creating inequality, basically. Let's talk to Shenanigans.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, I'm muted. I always forget.
Get
How are you doing?
Get that tech right.
Yep, I got the tech. I really like your take on there a lot. I think that I think that she's an artist, and I think that judging her as an economist is a little bit fraught,
Exactly. Also, we got to give it up, look, are things getting a little weird with Grimes? Is Grimes shaping up to be a new Marie Antoinette or something? I don't know, but we have to give it to her. Oblivion is
Venus character?
Oblivion is one of the most catchy pop songs ever written.
It's super good. Do you know what it's about, though?
I do know that backstory to that song.
Yeah. I think that plus the way the video is shot, it's all very intentional. To me, I think the thing is the whole video, and you can't really listen to the song without, thinking of the video, or at least I can. It's that
video really did capture a period of music and visual stuff.
She did that in GarageBand.
Yeah.
I remember my friends making stuff on GarageBand, she's a huge pop star, and that's awesome, and I love that so much. It's very Dada,
So we give,
I like that she's a lefty. That's cool.
We give Grimes credit where credit's due, but we also criticize where criticism.
Yeah, I think obviously, the criticism is that there was a little bit of ignorance to that statement for sure.
What?
Like, I think that's fair, and I think she would probably, like how you'd have to be really full of yourself to not be like, well, yeah, I guess when I was speaking in generalities and I kind of dreaming in my statements, like, yeah, I might have been a little bit like not fully,
little bit of a conflict of interest, little bit of a conflict of interest
for sure.
in
then there's that part.
Who she might have some connections to, let's just say.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Well,
that changes how a person feels about speaking publicly,
Mhm.
Like, you wouldn't necessarily want to call yourself a socialist if it feels like there's this disconnect between your morality and what you're doing as a political actor in the world. Like, but, it's complicated, very complicated. So, I don't know. I guess I'm very inclined to be generous there and just be like, okay, well, this person can think for herself. I'm sure she can. So I hope that when people meet her with those more understanding responses, that she would then be like, oh, I hear this and I can reflect on this. That's what I would do.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Totally. Well,
Yeah.
Shenanigans. I tend to just sort of say my own stuff and derail these calls. What shenanigans?
No, you say awesome
what
stuff.
is going on?
So I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. So I hadn't actually heard Grimes' music at all. I didn't know anything about her until like this week, and then so that's been in my head a lot. I had never heard it before, and I've been obsessed with that one. I've been obsessed with Violence. Oh my goodness, that's such a good piece. And like, especially when you hear her talk about like how it was put together, and it just really, she relied on the people around her, her choreographer, like stepping up. I think that's awesome,
I wonder if with all this Elon Musk money, she's gonna upgrade from GarageBand. What if Elon's
yeah, absolutely.
Elon's like, look, I could get you a registered, not a crack, but a real, I'll go to Guitar Center and pay the however many $100 for FL Studio. And she's like, no, I'll just keep doing it this way.
See,
That'd be
that would be awesome. That would be so punk. Speaking of punk, have you seen the mall goths? In that Bernie Sanders talked to the people in his town, and he went to the mall, and he talks to these two nice goth people. Yeah, in the station did a retrospective on it, and they interviewed them.
Were they goth or were they punk? They seem more just kind of maybe a little bit on the Misfits punk side.
Yeah,
to me.
I think today we would call those folks like generically emo or maybe still punk.
Maybe they were mall goths. Yeah, I got to rewatch that video.
Yeah, like
now,
it's
he's
all
like,
black.
Now, why do you dress like that? Why are you doing that? And they're like, well, we just think we should express ourselves. Why like that? All you should wear is you wear an old blazer and you go and get a nice sandwich. Why can't you just do that? That's the vibe. That's the vibe of that interview.
Like, to me, it's not at all. He's like, you lovely young citizens, how are you doing today? And he's just like talking to them, and he's like, why do you dress like that? Why are you? And they're like, well, we're counterculture because culture is counter us, and it just feels like nobody wants to listen to us. And he's like,
there were definitely
I'm listening to you. I'm your mayor.
There were definitely some endearing moments in that. Very nice that he went out and did all that, and that those videos are out there. Bernard Saunders, as usual, way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I told him he was pretty darn cool once, and he told me, pretty darn cool? Huh, I like that. It was so sweet.
Bernard responded to, he's like, this woman, why do you're doing drawings of some character? What is that? Why don't you just eat a sandwich?
I drew him on the sidewalk in chalk. It was impressive, but a little bit creepy looking, not gonna lie. So I saw the devil. I put the link for the free Crackle thing. Also, Ergot put in a link that doesn't have ads, but I don't know.
Speaking of videos, guys, I have to do a little teaser here. Speaking of a teaser, speaking of videos without ads, we're gonna watch that horrible Tarantino SNL sketch. Somebody found it.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
I gotta say, guys, we're all gonna have to switch over to Vimeo because all the real good stuff, it's all on Vimeo.
It's all on Vimeo.
All
yeah,
the good
yeah.
stuff.
I'm sure Vimeo's streaming works really well and it's super popular.
Ooh, I'm just gonna stream solely on
Solely
Vimeo.
on
That's it from
goodness,
now
the
on.
boomer moment. Oh my goodness, learning a whole new tech. I don't know if you want to undergo that.
Oh, that would be absolute murder if I tried to do that.
Yes.
I don't know. I wonder if they really have a streaming. I'll just pretend like I'm streaming. I'll send everybody to Vimeo and pretend like I'm streaming, but you just go and it's a blank Vimeo screen. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
That would be great. And then be like, is the stream working, guys? Is it working? I'm just gonna keep going as though it's working. It just fake everybody else out, prank us back.
Exactly.
Yes. I watched Eraserhead finally.
Oh, shenanigans! You watched Eraserhead.
Yes.
You're making your way through the
character. I made fun of you.
I like that you're kind of like you're going through this pop culture this pop culture canon or whatever, because you watched another. Did you watch Mulholland Drive?
No, but that one's on the list. Someone else said that's the only one I'd seen.
Didn't you watch some other David Lynch movie?
I did. Also, Pian and I are watching Twin Peaks, so
that's the one.
Cool.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's his big achievement. That's his big lifetime achievement, probably.
Yeah,
is Twin
I understand
Peaks.
how normie that is now in comparison to his like natural instincts in the wild.
No, it's better. I mean, it's like the perfect work of art because it's like it's a soap opera, but directed and everything by a lunatic.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah, like that's why I liked Eraserhead though, and I liked the part that I don't know, like a lot of it reminded me of the surrealist films that Dali did.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on, and it's fun. What I like about Eraserhead is it's fun. It's funny too. There's like a sense of humor to it, even though it's creepy.
Yeah, there's definitely this weird like double speak thing going on sometimes where it's saying one thing but like there's an irony to it. No, is that more precise?
Yep, I think you got it. And did you enjoy watching
Sometimes
it,
I don't
or were you just like I hate this?
No, I liked it a lot. The baby I found to be fairly cute, but also like really frightening at the same time. So like that hit right I was like, somebody needs to tell Thought Slime about this movie if Thought Slime is not aware of this movie, because that is a very wet puppet.
Oh yeah, Thought Slime's.
You know,
Thought Slime's into wet puppets.
Yeah, did you not? Oh my gosh. Thought Slime has a whole other channel called Scaredy Cats. It's super good. I'm not trying to but like
You know
also I think that I like that you guys are getting together though and talking. That's cool.
At least if I put more attention, maybe if I watched Slime's other channel, I wouldn't be misgendering. You know what I mean? That might help. Because a lot of people were like, "Hey, stop misgendering Thought Slime," and I'm like, "Oh shit! I didn't even know that." But now I know.
I think that Thought Slime's pronouns are him, but Thought Slime is non-binary.
I'm canceled.
I'm pretty sure that's what the case is. I'm pretty sure the chat will say otherwise soon if that's not the case.
I'm
They're
canceled.
pretty good about it.
All right. Well, Shenanigans, do you have anything else to
you're
tell us?
awesome.
Or are you?
Yeah, I guess I was gonna ask you what you thought about the. Oh yeah, you've seen them. Yeah, that's it. I'm out. Sorry, you're awesome. Bye.
Bye. I guess I was gonna call Shenanigans Thought Slime. I guess Thought Slime was gonna ask, do I like Eraserhead? Of course I do. Not to show off or whatever, but yes, and I love. Speaking of Kids in the Hall, they're coming back. But there's a Bruce McCullough did a song that you could look up. I bet it's on YouTube about Eraserhead, which is kind of an odd but very funny song. Let me see if I can try a loop. Okay.
That don't work, yo.
not too bad. Obsess?
Hello?
Oh yeah. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, dude?
I came to put the people on to some good things today.
Let's hear it. Thank you.
In the movies category, I don't know how
Okay.
you feel about 50s the 50s aesthetic. I'm not talking about the racism. I mean more the like slick backed hair and like milkshakes.
Just the we want just the racism. What's the most racist? Not even 50s movie. We just want to like revisit 50s style racism. No, I'm just kidding. What's I love this. I love 50s movies. A lot of my favorites are from the 50s. What do you got?
So the movie that I'm gonna recommend is from the 50s. It was made in '79, but it's staged in the 50s.
Ah, gotcha. It's got that 50s aesthetic.
Yeah, and it's called The Wanderers.
The Wanderers.
And it reminds me a lot of a film called American Graffiti. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
The George Lucas movie.
Yeah, that was one of the first Technicolor films.
Ooh, interesting.
And the first time I watched that, I'll redact this later and say that I was lying, but the first time I watched American Graffiti, I was on some pretty heavy psychedelics.
Ooh, you a bad boy.
Yeah, in a very small space. So the Technicolor did fuck with me a little bit, but
oof. You were seeing you were seeing some you were feeling it. You were really getting into it, weren't you?
Well, but I've since watched the movie sober, and I've noticed that some of the things that I saw, some of the color distortions that I saw are actually in the movie. Like that's kind of the way that parts of the movie are filmed.
I gotta say, this is already sounding good.
Fever dream kind of thing. Yeah.
The Wanderer. This already has does it have like West Side Story kind of vibes to it? This movie.
Oh, very much so. It's kind of like The Outsiders meets The Warriors.
Ooh,
I guess.
Ooh, I like that. The Outside. So it's a 1979 American comedy drama. Set in the Bronx in 1963, the film follows a gang of Italian-American teenagers known as the Wanderers. I love it. Are there any musical numbers in this thing?
Okay, so there are, without like, being funny, there are a good number of good songs in there,
Okay.
but you can tell they spent the majority of the music budget getting the rights to the song Wanderer.
Okay.
Because
they call me the Wanderer. That thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Because they play it about 20 times in the movie. So by the end,
every
you're
time
like, Jesus
time the
Christ,
Wanderers,
you're being reprogrammed. Yeah.
Somebody says Band of Outsiders. That's a good movie too. They're actually one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best music scenes in that movie where they dance in the diner. That's a class. Oh my gosh! And what's her name? Anna Karina. Ooh, bro.
So many classics.
Ooh boy. Well, okay.
Moving right along.
I'm gonna put this on the list.
Sorry.
But do you think this might be a good? This might be a good Monday movie club movie.
Oh, The Wanderers. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, 1979, The Wanderers. This might get on the movie club. I think there's a good chance this is getting on. I gotta say it.
An honorable mention. It's free right now on YouTube, which I think is both a crime and a blessing. But The Usual Suspects is one of the best like plot twist mind fucks of all time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's free. It's free on YouTube right now.
Remember when Jay-Z did that video where he reenacted it? With Michael Rappaport. That was kind of a weird. He was just like, that was a thing, I guess, like in the 90s or whenever that was done, where they were just like, we'll just redo a movie for our music video.
I like Rappaport. I think Rappaport's a funny guy.
He's great. I gotta love him. Yeah, great one. Young Benicio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a young Benicio in there. Great movie. Good recommendations. Obsessed. Do you have anything else you want to say, or you go bye-bye?
Real quick, I wanted to ask you a
Yeah.
quick pop quiz. Are you
Yeah,
familiar
please.
with Stanley Meyer and his water fuel cell? Since we were talking about energy, it got me thinking about this.
What? Hit us with it. Sounds interesting.
So Stanley Meyer was an inventor, and he basically used electrolysis to create like a water-powered car engine.
Oh,
what? And it's rumored that he got Epsteined, that he got accidental died in public.
Ooh.
These two Belgian investors that he went to meet with at a restaurant. He ran outside screaming that they poisoned me, and then he died. The coroner said that it was because of his high blood pressure, because of course they did. And then later on, I'm sure this was just to get the patents out, but a court found his claims to be fraudulent because, he called it a fuel cell, and they have definitions of what certain things mean, but so he couldn't patent it as a fuel cell because it wasn't a fuel cell.
So what's the theory here on the death? Maybe some oil people weren't feeling this or something? What's the theory?
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine all the people that make, gasoline-powered cars, all the people that make electric cars. If some guy says, "Hey, I got a way that we can power cars, it's fucking free," he got Men in Black,
Oh, he got the memory erase. All right, I'm gonna put this down on the list to look into Stanley Meyer's mysterious Epstein style death.
Yeah, MEYER, like the wieners.
All right, I'm on it. Obsess, as always, a beautiful, beautiful call and interaction from you, and I will talk to you later.
Take it easy.
Love ya. Interesting. What was somebody asking here? What was somebody asking? Until we learned about Spacey, and now that Kaiser Soze, yeah, now everybody's like, oh man, am I not allowed to like those movies anymore? No, it's fine. You could still like them. Don't worry about it. I can't remember. There was a good question in here. Start a Gmod server for Movie Monday. You can make a movie theater and literally stream movies in game. Oh, sweet Jesus. No, he's lying. That can't be done. The technology is just not there for that. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying again. Sean, are you there?
No.
Okay, bye.
I would have laughed if you flushed me.
Bye. I was thinking about it. I would be like, that would be funny, but you seem like a nice person, so I'm not gonna do it.
I tried to. Greg! It's been a while.
What's up, Sean? What up, bro? I'm glad you didn't get flushed.
I didn't get flushed, dude. That would have been bad if I got flushed. That would have given me an infection.
Damn, dude. When are we gonna hang out, bro?
Dude, I'm busy.
No, dude, come on. You gotta take time for friends. Let's go, bro. I'm coming over. Address, please. Address, please.
Greg, calm down.
2800. Well, Greg, we can hang out, but you gotta sing me a song.
2800. That's your address. 'Cause I'm coming over and we're gonna be friends.
That's actually pretty good. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Greg,
look,
I'll
let you guys handle this off air, but I gotta say, look, he can't hear us now. I cut his headphones, but coming off a little bit desperate for friendship.
Yeah.
Oof.
Kind of sad.
A little sad.
Sad man.
He's a sad guy, but he'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry too much about him.
All right. Can I tell the story about my weekend?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Better be good.
Oh, dude, this gets great.
Okay.
All right. So we're going on vacation to Chicago, right?
You're already really, everybody's thrilled already with the story based on the first part. Okay, but go ahead.
Okay, so on my way down to Chicago, right? Okay.
Yeah. We leave Chicago. We go east. to some nature reserve, right?
Mm-hmm.
I piss blood, all right? And I go to the doctor, right?
Oh,
okay. Doctor's like, you have chlamydia. Do you want the shot?
Make pee
I
pee.
was like, no, please. Don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems.
Oh, is this really happened? You went to the doctor and he said you have chlamydia.
Yes, legitimately happened.
Oh boy.
So I wake up in the morning 7 a.m. and the nurse is like, yeah, okay, Mr. Schwanigan, just calling, your chlamydia test came in, you're negative for chlamydia.
What is this nurse voice? What is this nurse voice you're doing? There's no way she sounded like that.
She didn't sound like that. She says, hello, this is Nurse Amber from the hospital. I just wanted to let you know you don't have the clam.
Oh, you don't? It was a false alarm.
Yeah, no, this doctor was crazy.
Make pee pee.
Right? He was like, come on, dude. You got it. You have chlamydia. You're 19. You have chlamydia.
He's just throwing that around, telling people they have chlamydia.
He told my mom I had chlamydia. She had chlamydia. The
Are
nurse
you-
walked in. He called her chlamydia.
This can't be. He said this to your mom?
I swear to God, this is true.
What? This
It gets
doctor?
better.
Who is this? What is this guy?
Yeah.
That's what is this doctor's problem? So was this an actual certified doctor, or was this some guy in like a weird apartment or something?
It was Illinois, and I'm from Maryland, so I don't really know how the Illinois live.
Could he not have just told you, like, hey, look, we'll keep this quiet, but I think you have chlamydia. I don't need to tell your mom that.
No, he was like, if it's not chlamydia, you're fucked.
Wow.
Almost verbatim.
So he's hoping you have chlamydia.
He's hedging his bets on chlamydia.
Oh boy.
And then it doesn't end there. All right.
Oh no.
The chlamydia ends there.
Oh no. Okay.
We're heading back to Chicago the next day, right? And we stop at a gas station to refuel and use the bathroom, right?
Make pee pee.
I get out of the bathroom and I see my aunt in line. I go and I grab a cherry Coke from the fridge. All right, very important. Oh, she's like, "Oh, hey, sweetheart. Yeah, talking about the nature place we were at." And then she gets her stuff, she leaves. And I like joined my aunt, like we're talking for like 3 minutes while she was checking out. The cashier lady, she's like, "Okay, that'll be $3." And I was like, "Okay, here you go." And from behind me, this dude wearing a Hawaiian shirt is like, "Hey, excuse me, I don't appreciate you cut in front of me." I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I'll get in the back." Right?
Oh!
And she's like, "Oh, it's okay, he just had a Coke." Right?
What?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I don't fucking let N-words, nasty word for Jews, cut in front of me!" I'm white, by the way. He starts screaming in the store. So this guy's just, "What's your name?"
He's a racist, and it's like his racism doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, Haas is deranged. Haas is deranged. He's like, "What's your name?" She's like, "I'm not giving you my name. I'm gonna call the police, and they're gonna arrest you." Okay, if you come back in here again, we're gonna call the cops. He's like, "Yeah, they're coming for you." And he like storms out of the back of the gas station, like screaming all the racial slurs, all the slurs, gay slurs, all of them. Like we're nervous, like we're like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. We don't know what this guy is.
Was this the doctor from earlier?
It wasn't. I could have. He looked the same beard. All right, but we pull up out of the gas station area. And Haas comes in with his big rig right next to us with his window down, still screaming about minorities cutting in front of him in line. I'm white with red hair. So this guy's fucking off his rocker.
He didn't even have he didn't even have the capacity to say some anti redhead stuff.
He didn't. This guy was so stupid. Like, couldn't. He went for the low hanging. This is messed up. I'm not going to go any further with that.
He just had all these slurs like on board. He's just like dying to say them.
He didn't even impress me because I'm Irish. Like this. So anyway,
he didn't even step to you on account of your Irishness.
No, he talks a big game, very big game. Doesn't really deliver. We thought he was going to hit us with his truck.
He could have been like,
but I don't think he saw me.
He could have been like, I hope you don't get to pay for that soda and you get another famine or something, right? Like he could have taken it there.
I'm like, don't do that again.
Oh boy.
I was like, I won't listen. Don't faminize my people, and I think we'll get along.
I'm so sorry. Well, look, man, you've been through a lot. This is a lot.
I'm finally home. Meth head Marshall. I haven't seen him. This guy's a trucker, like, giant commercial trucker. So I hope I don't see him again. But that was my weekend, Brown.
Pretty good, Sean. Schwan.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Schwan.
Schwan.
Will you keep pretty good? Will you keep us updated on this doctor? Maybe you can like get him disbarred or something.
I don't want to get him disbarred. Like I think he's better.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he should be disbarred.
Can you actually
he's a nice guy.
Can you chat me his phone number and we'll call him on air? I won't mention your name. We'll just call him.
I don't know if we should.
All right. Well, you think about it. I'll leave that in your hands, okay? Love you, Sean.
Okay. Love you, RM.
Bye-bye. Man, he's going through a lot. He's been through a lot lately. That guy. Schwan. Let's watch this guy. You guys know this guy? Louis? What's his name again? Louis Grossman. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this. Oh, shit's all messed up. He's a YouTuber, this guy, Louis Grossman, and he's one of those people who I can't tell if he's 21 or 81, this guy. But he's got kind of an interesting video that people have been, sharing. So let's take a look.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? So today I would like to read you an article.
By the way, this is called Apple Authorized Repair. Apple Authorized Repair leaks customer's sex tape during iPhone repair.
About someone who had their sex videos posted to the internet after sending their phone directly to Apple for a...
Do you guys know what I mean? If you're just like listening to this, look up Louis Grossman. He's one of those guys. It's just like, how old are you, dude? 19? 90, I don't know, but seems like a nice guy.
This is not something that is new. There was an Apple Store employee that texted himself pictures from a customer phone, and this is in a 2-year-old article in the Washington Post, and now we have another article in Telegraph over here about someone not just leaking sex videos, but leaking it in a manner where it seemed like the person who owned the phone intended for everybody else to see this. So it wasn't even just like here, I'm just going to dump everything from this person's phone. It was done in a manner where it kind of seemed like they did it on purpose, which is incredibly malicious. Now, the reason that I bring this up is because when it comes to right to repair, a lot of...
Also, you couldn't move that ironing board out of the way, Louis? Maybe that, remember Goose, when her dad called, and her divorced dad, they all eat off the ironing board? The divorced dad with his kid. Maybe that's what Louis Grossman does. He uses it as a table.
But the opposition arguments are that you don't understand. If Lewis gets access to a charging chip so that when the charging chip dies inside your laptop, he can actually make it charge again without charging you $1,500, you don't understand. If you allow Lewis to buy the chips that go in your computer, then he's going to breach your privacy. He's going to install TikTok on your phone. He's going to, go through your stuff and breach your data and hack you. And you may think that these arguments are ridiculous. You may think that this is insane.
So this is kind of interesting because what he's talking about is right to repair, which, oh man, like right to repair. This whole like fight. Actually, let's read this from Tech Republic. New rules. This is pretty recent. This is just a couple months ago. Right to repair moves forward for your broken devices, but campaigners want to go much further. New rules means certain new rules. New rule. Right to repair, okay? New rules mean certain electrical goods sold in Europe need to be repairable for at least 10 years. But smartphone and laptop owners can't celebrate just yet. Yeah, I bet. Like, it's so funny. Like, this crap is made to break, so you have to buy it again. It's made to be crappy, so you have to buy it again. And so they can squeeze more money at it, so they can squeeze more of this out of you. You're, like, not allowed to repair it. It's got all this proprietal shit all over it. Unbelievable. From our favorite reporter on that stuff, the ageless and timeless Louis Grossman. I don't know why, but that really annoys me. At least, like, you know, certain places in Europe are kind of making planned obsolescence, Jane says. Yeah, and then the combination of, like, oh no, this stuff is all, like, you're unable to repair it, like you have to take it and drop $1,000 or whatever to make more money off of this. Oh boy, make me so mad. Donovan? Donnie?
Oh, hello.
Donnie!
Here we go. Yeah.
What up, Donnie?
What's going on?
Glad to hear from you again.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go. Donnie, what up?
Let's fucking go.
Let's
What's
fucking
up?
do
So
it.
a few weeks ago, I've been meaning to talk about this with you forever because you mentioned it like a few weeks ago.
What?
And I forgot about it every time. But you mentioned a little movie called Monkey Trouble.
Ooh, now we're talking. Donnie,
Now
you always got the good monkey, and this is Monkey Trouble's a classic. We got the capuchin monkey that the little young Thora Birch. She kind of like.
Let me check.
She hides.
I will say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding this movie on VHS right now.
Oh,
I'm holding
boy.
it in my hands.
Okay, we got
the VHS tape. You're right. It is Thora Birch.
Donovan, I think you just picked one of our Monday Movie Club movies, Monkey Trouble.
I watched it like a year ago. With a friend. And
okay.
All I remember is they use a certain word to refer to Romani people quite a bit that I don't think you're supposed to say.
Oh no, is there some 90s style racism in there?
Quite possibly.
I watched
yeah.
I watched with some friends of mine. We watched The Gate, that classic horror movie, The Gate. And the main character, the kid you're supposed to love, calls another kid a fag. Like there's a they're just throwing. You're supposed
to love these little kids.
You're supposed to love them, but they're just throwing this around at each other like it's nothing. And I was like, man, the 90s. Well, actually, that was the 80s. I was like, man, it was a pretty brutal, pretty normalized homophobia in these movies.
Yeah, I'm looking at the back of this movie, and I've noticed the name that I did not expect. Ridley Scott production. Ridley Scott made this movie. I guess.
What? Ridley Scott? He produced this?
Yeah. I guess it says a Ridley Scott Percy Main production. Maybe it's a guy with the same name.
Yeah, maybe it's another Ridley Scott. Oh, it's like, hey, you're the guy who did Aliens.
Name.
No, I'm not the guy who did Aliens. I produced like Monkey Trouble.
Another VHS tape I had as a kid, the Garfield movie with Bill Murray. It's like how he signed on to that thinking it was a Coen Brothers movie. He walked into the fucking studio and he's like, uh-oh. I'm in Garfield.
That would have been a very good movie if this is something I've been wanting to see for a while, is like keep making these Marvel movies and these Garfield movies, but let good directors do it.
Yeah.
Let the Coen Brothers do Garfield, and then let
Taika Waititi's on those now, right? He's making a couple of those. I haven't seen any of the ones he's made though.
Oh yeah. I mean that's good. That's cool. But let's get Werner Herzog doing the next Iron Man. Let's get Harmony Korine doing the Flash. Why not try it? It would be Lars von Trier's. Lars von Trier's is Captain America.
Yeah, get Robert Eggers on one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, but get him on one of them.
Now we're talking.
I'd also bring Willem Dafoe in and just have him play his character from The Lighthouse somehow.
What do you
I
think
just wanna see
about
that
what do
guy
you think about William Dafoe's Batman? What do you think about
Willem Dafoe. I
William
think it's a
Da-
great idea.
how have they? I mean, could you imagine like
I mean, I just
the
want more Willem Dafoe.
imagine
generally.
the Funko Pop sort of like superhero loving audience walks into the new Batman movie, and every character is being played by Willem Dafoe, and he's just acting like
He's hamming it up. He's like Spider-Man 2 hamming it up.
he's playing his character in Wild at Heart. But he's basically acting like Bobby Peru the whole time. I would. Oh my god,
that's too good.
And
Oh,
okay,
man,
okay.
I needed to have it.
Actually, Donovan, that's not the movie. The
Yeah.
movie is the movie is that you watch the whole movie, and then at the end, like there's a blank screen for a while, and then the movie keeps going, but it's just that they filmed the audience, like is seeing their reaction, and they're all just like,
Yeah, like
what
those like
is this?
Paranormal Activity trailers they used to do, where they'd have like the audience screaming at the trailer.
Exactly.
They can do this now because DC has no clue what they're doing anymore, and they're just doing whatever. Like that Joker movie is like nowhere in the universe; it's just kind of there. They're like, this one isn't canon, but we're making it. Okay, it's like, oh, okay, I guess. So they can just make those.
Is what's his name? The guy who did that last big Marvel one or DC one? Is he doing the that new Joker?
I'm not invested enough in superhero movies to know, in all honesty.
Yeah, I just totally like it's.
What
I
was
can
the
barely.
last one I even saw? Oh, the new Spider-Man, I think, was the last one I saw.
The new Spider-Man?
Yeah, I don't remember if Into the Spider-Verse or the other one came out first. I think Into the Spider-Verse came out. I
Into
think
the
that's the last one I
Spider-Verse
saw.
was kind of cool.
I liked that movie a lot. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it since though, so
It's a good movie.
I liked that John Mulaney was the little pig. I thought that was funny.
Very fun. Good animation.
Exactly.
And so on, etc. Well,
I'm
all
looking
right.
at the pictures from Monkey Trouble. Yeah.
Donovan, you win. We're
On
gonna
the back.
watch Monkey Trouble. All right.
Yeah, get rid of that other movie. It's Monkey Trouble now.
All
Wait,
right.
who? I saw the monkey.
It'd be great. Remember that movie Little Man with the Wayans brothers?
No, I don't know what that is.
So it's basically like they put Marlon Wayans' face. They like CGI'd his face on like a baby's body, and it's and I think it's
What? Like that one Arnold movie where he's pregnant? Junior?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And they're just
no.
And it's just like it's Sean Wayans trying to deal with Marlon Wayans as a little bad little baby. What if they did that, but it's Monkey Trouble, but with Willem Dafoe's face on a monkey?
That's good. That's good. I grew up. I'm a young guy. I'm 18, but my grandparents are pretty old, and my parents are pretty old. My grandma's at like 80, and my grandpa's like 90. So they had like a VHS player growing up, and I'll sometimes be looking through those. And it's
man.
like a few years ago, I was looking through their stuff, and they just had like an unsealed VHS tape of Jurassic Park from the 90s. Grandma, how'd you never open this? And you're like 20 years of owning it. She was like, it seemed too scary. Like, why'd you buy it?
I don't know. There's dinosaurs. Too scary. Dude, just leave it. Maybe she was like.
I opened it up.
Maybe
and there
one
was
night
there was like a coupon for yogurt.
Oh my
20 years
god.
expire.
Oh,
That
that
was good
would
shit.
be great. You take that coupon into TCBY. You're like, I'd like to have my yogurt now, please.
I need my Jurassic Park yogurt.
Sir, this coupon is 30 years old. What do you?
Some fucking 90-year-old man walks out from fucking behind the counter and he's like, finally. I've waited so long.
Wait, he takes you to the back. You get a special like Gremlins style yogurt.
The whole cast of Jurassic Park is there and they're clapping like the end of Evangelion. I fucking made it there.
Finally, he's here, and Laura Dern and everybody is back there. That's beautiful.
And now I'm John Jurassic World. Now they gotta put me in the movies.
Even the lawyer is back there. The lawyer who gets eaten, he's back there too.
So he went alive? He's gotta be somewhere.
All right, Donovan, thank you.
All right,
and we're
let
going to
me
watch. Great suggestion on Monkey Trouble. We're going to watch
Monkey
it.
Trouble.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Always love to hear from Donovan. He's always got good monkey-related information. And that girl, Thora Birch, she wanted to really keep that monkey secret from what I remember. She wanted to keep it. She didn't want animal control coming and taking it or something, which is a movie, you know, it's about this pesky regulation that we have to deal with. Animal control. Guys, am I losing my mind? Sure. You know, who's to say? But let's read some super chats. What do you think of the Radiator Lady? I mean, that's the classic cinema scene, but also classic scene from Eraserhead. Kukilia is amazing. Mary Kate is wonderful, and we love her. Yeah, what's going on with Mary Kate? Haven't heard from her in a while. RM, better song, Rollin' by Limp Bizkit or Puddle of Mud covering Nirvana's About a Girl? Gotta go Rollin'. Rollin's a classic. Keep rolling, roll.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
It's a classic, guys. And it can never be topped. Can we get a Mary Kate shout out?
Mary Kate, please come back. We need you on the show and it can't function by itself because all the tech falling apart. Mary Kate.
Okay, that's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. Don't do that. I hope Mary Kate's okay, really. Guys, if anybody has heard from Mary Kate, please let's reach out because I know Mary Kate was having all manner of health problems. So you know what? I'll reach out to Mary Kate, make sure she's okay. Because we love her and she's an integral part of the program. And without her, this thing don't even work, wouldn't even exist. Big CJ, are you there?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
What up, Siege? Hey, what up, Siege? Big Siege?
Hey.
Hey, what up, Big Siege? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. I'm probably going to get copyright strike for that Grimes stupid decision that I made, but that's fine. What's going on with you, Big CJ, and what do you got for us tonight on the program?
Well, you know, I've been hanging out with some people, and somebody invited me to the server. I'm not actually familiar with your channel, and I haven't tuned into a stream before, but they told me a little bit about you, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'd say hi. I'd stop by, you know. And I saw that you're talking about movies, talking a little bit about Grimes, maybe a little Elon stuff. So, you know, have a little chat.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, do you have any movies? Well, look. We're doing, I don't know if you heard about this, but we're doing Monday Movie Club. All right? So we throw out a movie, and then if people want to watch it, good, because then on the next program and then the next one following that, you can put in your little you put in your decrepit opinion about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. Well, I had a movie in mind actually.
Yeah,
let's hear it, man.
Let's hear it.
It's kind of recent. It's from 202016.
It's kind of racist. It's kind of racist.
Well, you know, maybe.
Okay.
No, but it's from 2016. It's called Hell or High Water. You heard of that?
This has been suggested before.
Damn.
Okay, so that means we gotta watch it. Hell.
It's Hell or High Water. Yeah, it's Jeff Bridges, like Chris. It's real good. It's a modern day Western. It's a Western, but it's set in, you know, the 2000s.
I've been meaning to watch this for a long time.
There's bank heists.
No.
But it's not like bank heists in like 1845. It's bank heists in the 2010s.
You're lying your ass off.
No, I'm not. It's a modern day Western.
And it's good.
And it's good, and it's not a spoiler because literally the first scene is a bank robbery. So like, I'm not spoiling anything. That's the beginning of the film.
Hell or High Water.
The point is like, the point of the film. What I'm not going to spoil, what you need to find out for yourself through watching it, is what happens as a result of those bank robberies.
Ooh.
What happens after?
Ooh.
Yeah, because you got to know what comes next.
Come on, dude, just tell us what happens.
Well, they get in the car and do a little driving. Actually,
don't spoil it. Okay, yeah. You know what? This has been. Chris Pine is in this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Christopher Pine. Let's see who else is in it. Nobody else. Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
Jeff Bridges is real good.
Jeff Bridges, man, that guy, you know, that guy, he's one of the greats. Look, was the Tron remake great? No, not exactly. You know.
But it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. I like the part where they looked up and Daft Punk was in the DJ booth. That was kind of funny, but the rest not very watchable, but definitely not his fault. You're right. Well, okay, Big CJ, I'm gonna put that on the list for Monday movie night. All right.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely recommend it. It was the best film that I saw that whole year.
All right. Consider it done. Good suggestions. And I will say, talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. You have
Bye.
a good.
Let me see. Were you a fan of The Best Show? You remind me of his style. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I follow. I haven't listened to The Best Show in a long time, but definitely early 2000s. I listened to a ton of that stuff, and he's like obviously the god, one of the radio gods. Very similar. I used to, when I was a kid growing up, I listened to this guy Neil Rogers, who you can find some of his stuff on YouTube, who I always loved. And then there's this other guy, if you like radio stuff, Phil Hendry. I don't know if I've talked about Phil Hendry on this show, but he's a guy, maybe older people will know about this, but I grew up in South Florida, and Phil Hendry is a guy who does voices on the radio. Like he has like a phone and he quickly like switches between like him on the phone doing a voice and like him pretending to be the host. And he would say stuff on the radio like, he would be like, he did a character that was like a citizens police officer, like a guy who was not a real police officer, but like would like arrest, quote unquote, arrest like children and women and stuff. And people would call in. He was doing a voice and people would call in like furious. So he's like one of the best trolls of all time. But somebody says Joe Frank is a cool radio guy. Joe Frank. That sounds so familiar. And of course, like Howard Stern and all that stuff. But Tom Sharpley, of course, one of the greatest. And thank you, Brasmo, for the 5 bones. Sprite Remix, are you there?
Yes.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up, bro? What up, dude?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
What do you got? What do you got for us tonight on the program?
Well, I've been brainstorming on a hypothetical recast of Rocky, and I was wondering what you thought. We should cast Rocky as Hassan Piker. I mean, obviously.
Ooh.
And Dolph Lundgren is definitely Logan Paul.
Oh man,
The Ringer. Hold on. No, The Ringer. You cast as Paulie.
Oh my God! Like the trainer? The trainer?
Yes.
Oh, so
Paulie was the guy that introduced his sister to Rocky.
Right. Who's Adrian then? Like shoe on head or something?
We can do that or any of the popular hot streamers right now. I don't know.
How about what's that? How about Blair White? Is Adrian?
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's the perfect typecast. I could see him belligerently yelling out to her in the crowd for sure.
Blair.
No, man, I actually I've been a big fan since about 2K, and I wanted to stop by and say what's up. Ramadan Steve in YouTube chat. You've probably seen me around.
Thank you so much.
I've been around.
Early nice person who supported the channel when the only people watching it were like, you suck. Ben Shapiro's cool and you're stupid. That's all that people were saying.
There's a lot of lolbertarians in there, that's for sure.
Oh hell yeah. But man, this Joe Frank guy, people are talking about Bone Tomahawk in the chat. And that's like the one of that guy's movie that I haven't seen. I saw, what is it called? Brawl in Cell Block, whatever, with what's his name there? With what's that dude's name? Why am I blanking on this obvious guy's name?
You know that guy.
What's his name? What's that guy's name?
You know.
What's that guy?
He was in that thing, you know.
Oh my God. This is like
honestly, I have no clue. I love just rolling with the
This is literally my brand. Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn.
Wow.
Also,
The
Don
guy.
Johnson is in that movie.
Wow. That was a deep cast.
That movie is one of the most violent things I've ever seen. Like, I think Bone Tomahawk is like that too, where it's like some like Native American like it uses like a bone knife to like cut somebody's stomach open or something. Pretty intense.
Yeah, it's gory. It's for sure. That was like the '80s style, though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. You gotta. That's another thing that watching that The Gate movie. You gotta love those practical effects. Like, there's nothing like it.
Exactly. There will never be anything to match it. CGI will never touch it.
CGI cannot touch it. Never will. Well, Sprite Remix. You got anything else for us tonight, or bye?
Flush me.
All right, Sprite Remix. I'll talk. Thank you for all the support. Seriously, for so long. That's so nice. And I will talk to you later.
Congratulations, man, on all the success.
Love ya. What a nice person right there. Kurt Russell, right. Kurt Russell. So, guys, okay, I'm put Bone Tomahawk on the list. Monkey Trouble and Bone Tomahawk. These are the kind of movies. We gotta go also find some movies that it's like nobody knows about. Like, there used to be this like torrent sharing thing called, I think it was called Secret Cinema or something like that, where it was like you had to have a password to get in. I can't remember how I got in, but it was like, there's no way I would have found those movies otherwise. Wet Puppets. Brian Carroll. I gotta get some Wet Puppets.
I need my wet puppets. I better call Slime in here. I need my wet puppet. I need wet puppets.
Wet Puppets sounds fun. J-Bone? Where it was like you had to have a password to get in.
Bone, turn that down, Bone.
What up?
What up, Bone?
How's it going, man?
What up, Bone? How are you?
All right. Good job with the Ben Burgess conversation today. I enjoyed it.
You think anybody calls him the Burge?
The Burge, the Big Burge.
Big Burge. What if I said that to him? Instead of like, hey, thanks for coming and doing that, I'm like, what up, Burge? Hey, what up, Burge? How you doing, man? He's like, what did I walk into? What is this?
That guy is pretty smart, you know. It's just they spent 8 hours reviewing the Zizek Peterson debate. You know, they'll play it for 5 seconds and talk about it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Break down philosophy and the ethical frameworks and all that.
I've been meaning to watch that debate breakdown for sure. Yes.
Today, Ben Burgess. Tomorrow, Thomas Frank. You know?
Yeah. Oh, Tom. I bet he'd do it. He seems like kind of a wacky guy, Thomas Frank. I'm sure he'd go on a. Nice. Yeah, he seems nice, right?
Yeah. Listen, Liberal. Great book. Great book.
Let me write it down. I got his new book too that I've been meaning to finish. Yeah. Thomas Frank. Can we get his ass up on this show? Yeah. All right. Well, yep. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad. Oh, we got Kyle Hopper finally in the chat. Where are you? Local boy. Hopper. Oh, we got Hopper. He's hopping in. He's hopping in the chat.
He lives in Westlake or maybe Rollingwood. We don't know yet.
Steiner Ranch. Well, J-Bone, what do you got? What else you got for us tonight?
What do you think about Greg Abbott's tweet today? He's establishing the 1836 Project, which promotes patriotic education. Talk about an oxymoron right there. And ensures future generations understand Texas values.
He's one of those he's one of those true idiots, Greg Abbott, right?
You know, my mom had no power for 4 days, a few months ago, and it's just kabuki theater with these people.
Yeah,
they're just catered to the VAR base, if you will.
Yep. And anything but doing real stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about COVID, masks, restrictions, even though it doesn't apply.
He's like one of those guys. I bet Greg Abbott is soon gonna have a thing of like, he's like, this is my. If he hasn't already done this, maybe he has already. But he's like, Greg Abbott's like, we're gonna have a law where conservatives can't be censored on big tech. Like he's gonna do one of those things where it's like, like Ben Shapiro can never have any of his tweets fact checked or something. Like that's gonna be his.
Google is audited, and we will monitor their strikes against Ben Shapiro, and we will spend government funds, even though we're small government, to do so. Thank you very much.
Ryan Carroll, beyond the, that's another one that I've been meaning to. I loved Mandy. Mandy was great, but I put it on my list. Beyond the Black Rainbow is his one before that, right? Where they're in some weird white room. It looks like some kind of a science experiment thing. Beyond the Black Rainbow is going on the list.
Okay.
Beyond the Black Rainbow. Did you like Mandy? Did you watch Mandy, J-Bone?
No, I've never. I'm not much of a movie guy. I don't know about Mandy.
You think you're too rad to watch movies? Too rad for mom and dad?
Popular ones. You can go with Joe Dante's late 1980s critique on overt commercialism. Gremlins 2: The New Batch.
Oh, that's a good one. Gremlins 2 is so good.
Movie maybe no one's seen. I guess that's kind of the point. We've all seen movies. There's this movie, the early aughts. It kind of addresses racism and family in South Carolina. It's called The Corn Dog Man.
The Corn Dog Man. The Corn Dog Man.
If you appreciate like Southern vernacular shit talking and stuff like that, and it's kind of dark too, but The Corn Dog Man. Not the greatest movie, but something not a lot of people have heard of.
All right, Corn Dog Man. Very good. All right.
Very good.
It's Corn Dog Man's on the list, and Beyond the Black Rainbow has entered the list. J-Bone, I hope you're able to pull through this Texas nonsense, right?
It's kabuki theater.
It's bullshit. Should we get out of here, or it'll be fine?
Maybe let's go to Boone, North Carolina. Live with the hippies. I don't know.
All right. Or we could move out to Marfa or something.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Talk to you later, Bone.
Yeah, later.
Good guy right there. That's what you call, again, one of the many classic good guys. Hope I'm not misgendering him, like I've done before. Saying guy over and over and he over and over to somebody who doesn't want that. Guys, it's getting close to 10 p.m. here. Okay? And you know what that means. Keep going forever. No warning shots? Are you there? Hey, no warning shots.
Are you there?
Oh, God, I think my audio's messed up. I can't hear anything.
Does it
All right,
sound better now?
just flush me.
Does it sound better now?
I apologize. I'll get it right next time.
Get it fixed, dude.
Get it fixed, man. Get it fixed, dude. Fix your life. You piece of trash, you. Taller X?
Yes.
How do I pronounce that? How do I pronounce that?
Oh, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Tyler? What's up, dude?
Hey, not much. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for joining the show tonight on the Greg Show.
No, it's not. It's not the Greg Show. What's up, Tyler? Am I saying that right?
It's Talorks.
Talorks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Talorks. Okay. What's up?
Beautiful. Yeah, I just had a couple of things to say here quickly. I wanted to see if you've made a firm commitment on that Vadim collab, because that sounds really exciting.
Yep, I've been talking to him, and we're supposed to meet up tomorrow. I got to meet that cat. Hopefully, I'll meet that cat.
God damn. Oh, that is
Yeah.
beautiful. Both Creationist Cat and yourself have been a very big influence, and Vadim too, I guess. Vadim's been an influence too, I guess. But yeah, well, I mainly wanted to call in because I needed some advice from the big man himself.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm probably the last person to be asking for advice, but I'd love to hear the question.
Hey, okay, I think you'll be great. So I'm a banker up here in the very real country of Canada. I promise it's real and it's not a conspiracy. And I don't know how I feel about my job anymore. And I need to move on. I need to find something else, but my education's very specific.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And I'm not sure what to do.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Do you have any what are you interested in anything else besides banking?
Yeah, well, I used to be an actor at a tour place where I used to pretend to be a 1920s gangster for a living.
Ooh,
that was fun. Yeah, so that was a
tour.
thing.
So a group of tourists would come by and you would jump out and you go,
Well, I would actually, I would take him through an underground tunnel. And it'd be more like, hey, how you doing this? I'm going to show you my Tommy gun. You want to see it? Yeah, come through this tunnel. And I'd tell a story about selling liquor, things like that in Prohibition time.
Very good. That sounds like a fun job.
You would think. But it was literally 8 hours a day of like doing the same tour like 16 times. So it was kind of fun, though. It was fun.
Did anybody throw anything at you? Throw their drink on you or anything?
No, but a couple people almost did fight over a kid in a really jingly dress.
Oh, what?
And yes, and also I did have a guy in a Santa costume come and then give me a picture after of him nude with just his ass showing and in his Santa hat, and it said something like, Santa's gotten a little frisky this year, and I will post it in your Discord if I can find it. On my tour, right after my tour.
Very, very nice. Wow. That's a nice gift. You were like, ooh, thank you.
It was questionable at best, but hey, it was quite an experience.
That's a lot of weird. Some people have this weird confidence of like, yeah, of course. He's like, of course people want to see me naked. Like, of course.
Yes. No, yeah, it was very questionable. But I do admire his confidence. He was a rather large man. Was a very body positive, and I appreciate that. But probably not something that you should give to strangers unsolicited.
No, absolutely not. Take it easy with that.
No.
Hey, it was a thing, and it happened, and it's a story.
I love this. So you think you might want to do acting again?
Not necessarily. That's just something that I used to do. I don't know. Maybe get into like, I'm good with customers and customer service and things like that. But it's one of those things that I don't wanna go to retail or something like that. It's just a very difficult thing, you know. I'm caught in a bind.
That's a tough one. You like dealing with people.
Yes, I just don't like selling products, financial products, to wealthier and wealthier clients as I progress. I got in to help people.
Are you selling them? Are you selling them toxic assets?
No, I live in Canada, so our banks are significantly more regulated than you guys.
What do you? Yes. Can you maybe give us some insight into that? What's going on? Like, Canada actually has some like things you're not allowed to do. Do you guys look at the United States and you're just like, what's wrong with those pukes down there?
Well, like mainly like we have like 5 main banks, and like I'm sure there's some people seething right now being like, there's 6, but there's 5. Come on. 5 main banks. So like down there, like you could have like Billy Bob's Bank. Like I know like that's not necessarily, but like you can build.
Hey, you don't talk about the U.S. like the USA. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, you guys are just a lot more lax in your regulations there. We're just a little more we're a lot more regulated in our banks. We don't have as many charter banks as you guys. You guys have a lot more than we do. That's just like one thing. So we have like credit unions and stuff too, but that's a whole nother side topic.
Anna Kasparian's peacock kimono wants to know: did you wear the 20s mobster outfit at the bank? Were you like always pretending to rob the bank?
Yes. Yes. Every day when I go to work, I continue in my tour stuff that I used to do. So now I say, hey, you should invest in some long-term mutual funds in order to prepare yourself for retirement. Yeah. And it's just as greasy as selling liquor underground in the 20s.
Yes, I love this. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
look,
you need a line of credit and a credit card. I got you.
What if is there a way that you could just like on your own give people financial advice?
Yeah, well, actually, I have a Twitch channel called Talorx Live, and on Fridays I do a Financial Friday.
Yeah.
Somewhere where it's just sorry.
No, that's great. I feel like you're headed towards something interesting and good here.
Yeah, because like I don't want to like fucking sell. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can swear on here. I've heard other people say worse things. I don't want to sell you some product. I just want to help people not be stupid with their money and just understand the basic things. It's not that hard, you know? And I have like a call-in thing, kind of like this, but on a much smaller level, on Fridays where people call in, kind of like a less politically charged Dave Ramsey. I actually did a stream last Friday on Dave Ramsey and how he's really fucking dumb with his statements on credit cards and just close-minded. And I'm going to do a deeper dive on Dave Ramsey and his political and how it ties into finance with like stopping his and religious stuff, like from banning his kids from his trusts and shit. If they, yeah, you know, like it's something
that's the most like that whole thing that he said where he's like, if you're not walking with Christ, then you're not gonna get my. It's just like, man, this is like a living, breathing, uploading example of like. Absolutely like a guy who cannot be trusted with financial power, over other people, He's just like totally just goose stepping around like a little dictator, that guy.
Yeah, no, he really, really is. And don't get me wrong, he gives some of his basic steps are good steps, but he just sprinkles in so much fucking nonsense. It's kind of like Jordan Peterson, where it's just clean up your room, but fuck, dude, really? Other shit.
The Dave Ramsey is really like the financial Jordan Peterson, because it's you can get this advice from any source. I've read books about getting control of your finances and planning and budgeting and all this stuff. That stuff's not hard to find. You go to any library and find 20 good books about that right off the bat. You don't need all this weird American fascist evangelical garbage attached to it, But part of it also is that he is a relentless self-promoter. He's honestly one of the first podcasts that I subscribe to, because he shoves his dumb face on every media platform. That's all it is. In a weird way, anybody watching this should, maybe both of us too, should be inspired that if you just honestly, your content and you as a person can be absolute trash, but as long as you keep shoving it out there, people are going to pay attention. But it sounds like you are not a Dave Ramsey. You are giving good advice, and you're being an actual good person too.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, I just hate the greasiness, and I just want it to stop. And I don't want to be a part of it, I firmly believe there are bankers out there who are genuinely trying to help, but as I'm very good at my job. I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I've leveled up in the bank to the point now where I don't deal with the people who need my help. You know, I deal with people who have more money and stuff, and it's just I'm just teaching you how to avoid taxes more legally and stuff, but how to shield it and stuff. It's I don't want to be doing this. I want to help people. Oh god, yeah, that's the stuff that gets me, and I feel horrid about what I do. I used to be a chud.
Ryan Carroll says Dave Ramsey's caught in a myth. What if he would get caught in what? He would get caught in He would get caught in like an Ayn Rand story or something. Dave Ramsey. He'd be like, get me out. Oh no. I wanna yell at the lady at the frozen yogurt place that I don't want to wear a mask. That would be Dave Ramsey. But it sounds like this Twitch channel you have is really, it could be something really positive. Can you give us, maybe me and the people listening now, what's some steps we could take to not have our finances be an absolute toilet nightmare?
Yeah, for sure. Well, one of the biggest tips is that little things add up over time, okay? Please, even if it is a small amount, fucking $20, $25 here or there, go speak with somebody and try to set up some sort of longer term savings plan, something like that. Try not to, and I understand every situation is different, but please try to live within your means. I understand life is expensive. I understand that a lot of people don't make a living wage and it's very difficult, okay? But if you do have money, please think about what you're spending your money on, and please think about your future a little bit, because tomorrow will come, whether you want it to or not, a lot of the time. Please plan for it, even just a little bit. $25 every month adds up over time. Please set something aside, and please stay away from like really bad high interest debt. Those are like my very little quick things that like everybody who has even a little bit of extra money can do. That's in my 30 millisecond thing.
Hey, it's me, Greg. I'm a co-host of the show. I got a lot of money in crypto. Is that good?
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you're like below poverty, like it's hard to save money, and I understand that. And that's another topic. I see that in chat.
Well, this guy Greg, who he's like whatever, he wants to be the co-host. He's poor. He doesn't even have he stays at my house. He doesn't even have enough money to like rent an studio apartment even. But he says he's buying all this cryptocurrency. Is that a wise decision, would you say?
Oh, please, for the love of Jesus Christ, superstar, I am not giving individual investment advice on individual stocks or things like that. But what I can say is please know what you are doing. Do not put in a penny more than you are willing to or able to lose. For the love of Jesus, please be very careful what you are doing. Please. Right. I'm not telling you to sell or buy anything. But
buy more.
Look into things.
Buy more. Buy more.
Yeah.
Stop,
Okay.
Greg. Don't start with that. Well, Talorks. Well, everybody go check out his God damn it. His right? I'm not misgendering.
Yes. And also with Thought Slime, he is any pronoun is him. He is non-binary. He's non-binary, but he goes by any pronoun.
So those people I did get a couple people giving me a really hard time. They were like, somebody did actually say like, this is a new low.
If they have a problem with that, tell them, swing by and I'll tell them what's up. Because anybody who actually watches Thought Slime should know that.
All right, Talorks, I'm gonna check out your channel, and I think your Twitch channel. And I think everybody else should too. And I'm gonna be asking you for financial advice.
Well, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate it. I want to say the last thing here before you flourish me.
Okay.
Sprite remix, awesome, dude. But I had a couple things I wanted to say written down here, and one of the things was exactly that I've been watching since about 2,000 subs.
Oh my God.
And it was crazy to see. It was crazy to see you go and just like for a minute there, it was like exponential growth. It was like every time I saw your video, which was like every day, it was like, oh, my boy's at like 4,000, 5, 6, 10, 11, 13, 16. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, thank God this is happening. Like, well deserved. But like, it was honestly the happiest, like most like oh god damn, like I was so happy for you. It made my heart and still does even talking about it right now.
Oh my
Good
god.
for you. Fuck
Tyler, that's so nice. And I'm gonna check out your channel too, and we all appreciate this. You got to come back and talk to me more. Talk to all of us
all the
more.
time. I've been in the lobby a few times, but then I kind of left because I had some other things pop up. But I'm so glad we made this work. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all you do. You're doing the Lord's work.
Later, T. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Bye. Hell yeah. And he's got some contrary information there on slime. Because a lot of people were giving me a lot of shame for that. Shenanigans. I'm gonna Venmo her back. I'm gonna Venmo them back. I'm just gonna use them from now on. We love you. Glad you and Vadim are putting your smart, kind, creative minds together. Yes. I think he messaged me. I should check. Squid for hire. Thank you, Squid. Man, Squid, you have been too kind and generous. Squid for hire. Ben Burgess. Holy Toilet RM. You famous now. Yeah, big shout out to Ben Burgess for talking to me. And then Jane says based RM. That's right.
I am based. I'm based.
Whatever happened to Lil B, by the way? Is he still around? Is he still rapping? Somebody check on a Lil B. All right, guys. I think it's the time of the night where we watch this horrible Tarantino sketch that I kind of thought that I might have dreamt this thing. Like, I can't believe our genius community found it. So let's watch it.
Hello, I'm Quentin Tarantino, and welcome to Directors on Directing. Every week we try to take one aspect of the director's art/craft and put it under the microscope. Tonight's subject, the relationship between the director and his actresses. Tonight's guests include, to my left, director of Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X, Spike Lee. And to my right, Academy Award-winning director of Platoon, JFK, and my script, Natural Born Killers.
Okay, so whatever.
Director of Drugstore Cowboy and My Own Private Idaho, Gus Van Sant, and A Woman Can Share. When a director and an actress click, only a husband and wife, or a father and a daughter, share the same level of intimacy, closeness, and above all, trust. Now, for us directors, the relationship is very simple. Actresses are some of the most beautiful women in the world. And directors, by and large, are the most butt-ugly, motley group of geeks found this side of a Star Trek convention. Now, if I had a nickel for every director in Hollywood who any woman would give a second glance to if they weren't a director, I couldn't buy my way into a paid toilet. Now, take me, for example, all right? Compared to the ugliest guy on Melrose Place, I look like a mutt with a mange.
Toilet.
But you compare me to another director, I'm Ethan Hawke. Now, Spike, a few years ago, during the Academy Awards, Kim Basinger stopped the show in mid-ceremony to declare her admiration for you and your film, Do the Right Thing. Then about a week or so later, you had lunch with her. So now, tell us, Spike, did you jam her?
I know what the hell you talking about, Q. You know I only date black women.
I didn't ask did you marry her, I asked did you jam her.
That's the whole sketch, is him asking these directors, did you jam her? I wonder if Tarantino wrote that sketch. I kind of hope he did. Well, there you go. I think that's somebody posted in the Reddit. The / whatever, RM Brown Reddit. Let's take a few more of these beautiful discords and see what's up.
Hey.
Kakilia?
Is that right? Close. It's whatever most people go for first. So I'm gonna call that yes.
Yes.
I go by Kooky.
Kooky.
That just
like
makes it easier for anyone.
I like that.
Anyways.
Kooky. What? Hey, Kooky. How are you?
Hey. I'm doing pretty good. I was actually wondering if you had any further thoughts on the whole R.M. Brown universe of SCPs that we mentioned last time I was on.
SCPs?
Yeah, you know, you remember. You may remember. I don't know. You got a busy life.
Well,
the spooky stories of like the monsters within the shared universe. It's the open source sci-fi Lovecraftian thing.
Damn it! You know what?
And we were thinking about the flushing toilets.
Yes, there's like a toilet in this world that you flush. If you flush it,
you get foamed up.
Yeah, the SCP.
You get angry out of control, and you go and you say terrible things to people.
Kooky, I meant to get on this SCP thing. I love like it's one of the most like I try to be a creative person, but like that to me that is so like into it what would I describe that as? Like it's like creative in this very like specific way that I feel almost too stupid to be good at. But somebody's saying SCTV. No, it's SCP. You knobs in the chat.
From some of the ones I've read, I get that vibe. Because I can't remember if I mentioned the one I really like when I came on.
Let's hear it.
So it's called Oh Death. And it's one of the weirder ones because it's not so much an object, it's kind of like an event. And a group with the SCP, a mobile task force, is responding to a distress call coming from a cave. They go through the cave, and they seem to come out the cave the way they came in.
Okay.
But center isn't, command isn't responding to their calls, so they venture out and try to head back. And they find something's weird. All the grass is dead. There's no bugs in the air. There's not a single sound of any bird, anything whatsoever, anywhere. They continue on down the road, and they see cars where people are just in them dead. Like, it doesn't seem like they crashed. It seems like they died, and the car just came to a still. They go into the SCP Foundation, and they just see people dead all around. Even someone who's he's an SCP himself. He has this charm that keeps him alive no matter it has him in it, and whoever it's put on basically is a new body. The charm broke. The AIs that the SCP Foundation uses are all dead. There's nothing on the systems. Anything that could possibly be alive is dead. They even notice that the bodies aren't decaying because the bacteria is dead.
Ooh.
So
the
this guy goes...
Oh, so they're not decomposing because the bacteria...
Everything is dead.
Oh, boy.
Anything that could be living has died here.
Ooh.
So they go up and they find a rotting corpse at a computer with a single file on it.
This is something I
And
have a
after
lot
they
of
read the file, at least according to the report, the written report on the SCP site, quickly after an emergency transmission was sent out and the nuclear device at the site was activated. And the code, the message was sent by the head of the MTF squad because the body he found was his. It had his ID on it. And the message on the computer was, "We responded to a distress call. And then I came back to my world and everything was as dead as the world I went to. I think I brought it with me. Don't bring it with you."
Ooh.
So the theory is something is waiting to eat worlds, kill an entire universe, and all it took was this one person visiting it and bringing it back to immediately kill everything in his entire world.
Oh my! It's like an interdimensional contagion.
Insta death, yeah, and it kills universes like cells.
Oh.
And he activated the nuclear device and sent a message to seal the cave off and never come for them.
Oh my god! And this one's called Oh Death.
Oh Death. And when I read that, I was like, "This is fantastic."
Oh boy! So I think it was Odie Vera. I'm gonna look that one up. I want to get the full. I want to read through the story, but that's so.
If I could,
cool.
like, hate to recommend someone else's YouTube channel on yours.
Oh, how dare you? Go ahead.
The Verge.
Mm-hmm.
Is a very good SCP YouTuber. Like, his whole thing is he pretends like he's a professor at the SCP Foundation teaching classes.
Oh,
that's his whole bit.
What a genius!
And he does
That's
a
so
really good job of spelling it out in a fun to listen to way. Like, you're not just reading someone read out a report someone else wrote. He really makes it as his own performance.
Somebody says that 3001 is the best. Do you know what that is?
3001. I can do a quick Google.
I'll read what I found. SCP-3001 is a hypothesized paradoxical parallel / pocket non-dimension.
Reality.
Yeah, accessible through the creation of a momentary Class C broken entry wormhole.
That's one of the ones I haven't read. I think it's related to one of the ones I really liked, which is called the Pattern Screamers. They are entities from a universe that existed before ours, and they tried to escape into ours as it was created and theirs was destroyed, but they didn't get it quite right. So their existences are just outside of our reality, and something basically being there over years and years has made them hate existence, made them hate the world. They scream out of hatred for their own condition. They hate what they are forced to live with, and they think that they know that existence is what makes them do it, so they just scream.
Holy moly.
And it fucks with the world in weird ways. One of my favorite ways it did was there is a spot in Russia that is a void, but it looks like a forest, like a big, thick forest. And they actually sent someone in there. And the moment they entered the void, the person ceased to exist. But the scientists were getting reports from this person. They were keeping their signal on the radio until the moment they turned it off, because our brains cannot process void, pure nothing. So it fills it to the point where we can literally hear someone going through, seeing a small house, exploring the forest, because even the person who went in thought they weren't nothing yet, because even they couldn't process nothing to the degree that it was there. There was
my brain's melted, dude. My brain's melted.
I know. I love that stuff, but it's so hard for me to write it.
Maybe we should do an SCP with Jordan Peterson getting stuck in a myth. What do you think?
That would be a fun one. I know I heard of Shen mentioning that. I definitely would love to brainstorm that with them. That'd be really fun.
Let me read a little bit more of this. A paradox is a self-contradiction. In our universe, physical paradoxes cannot exist, but we can create them in other areas, such as in language. This sentence is false, is an example. This dimension or non-dimension being paradoxical means that logic is different there, such that at least some types of physical paradoxes can exist. Whoa, dude!
Can I suggest SCP?
I feel like I'm in a Joe Rogan right now.
You might. I mean, if you were, you'd have more subscribers.
Dude, you're banned. Permaban. Permaban them, guys. Permaban.
The SCP I was thinking for JP is he tried so hard to be relevant that he actually experienced irrelevancy. True, perfect irrelevancy. No one could experience him again. No one can see or touch him because he tried so hard to be relevant that he went through it and out the other side to pure irrelevancy.
What if he's stuck in this thing where he really wants to remain famous and relevant, right? But the only way that he could do that is his tears contain an energy that kind of radiates out into like people's consciousness. So he he can remain famous forever, but he has to keep crying on his stream.
Oh, so that's why he cries at stuff like Pinocchio or like
exactly. He's got to shove
weirdest,
in. Exactly. He's got to shove in crying in moments where it doesn't even really make any sense.
The weirdest, most alien, most Lovecraft monster trying to act like a Canadian philosophy professor.
Yes.
Wait, not even philosophy, psychology professor.
Exactly. Okay, I'm about to flush you, but before we go, what's the best Lovecraft story? Besides Cthulhu.
I would
whatever.
One I unfortunately with direct Lovecraft I don't have the most experience, but I really liked it was the Dunwich Horror, if that was the one where he like goes to his town and realizes that all these people are turning into monsters because they have the seed of Dagon in them, and finds out that he's from that town and is slowly turning into a monster himself. But then he learns to enjoy it, and at the other end, he's like, "Hail Dagon!"
Oh boy! So the transformation begins.
Yeah, he doesn't realize he's investigating his own origins.
Oh Christ Jesus! Has that been made into? Has that been made into a movie yet?
Probably. A lot of them have been made into movies that don't have the title or really like a lot of the surface plot.
That's right.
Anyways, I had a whole lot of fun. This has been great. I think I'm ready to be flushed.
Love you, Kooky. Bye-bye.
Love you.
That's a good person right there. Look, do I say that a lot? Sure, but only because it's true. What time is it? 10:30 my time. The only important time for somebody who's just a complete narcissist. What point and shoot video camera do I need to buy to make my movie from Saint Shenanigans? If anybody can help her, help them. God!
Misgendering everybody, dude. I would never do that.
Greg? Come on, Greg. You misgender everybody.
No, I don't. Only Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay. Even though you just didn't do it right there. Get a Panasonic. Shani. Okay, we got to you know what? We'll keep going for a little while more, guys. Was Lovecraft Country any good? I've only heard bad things about it. For the Lovecraft fan, this is from one of our classic characters on this community. If Richard Nixon was good at football, for the Lovecraft fans out there, check out The Sinking City. I'm going to put it on the list. The Sinking City. Consider it done. Lasagna Tube, are you there?
Hello, sir. Hello. What's up? What up, Lasagna Tube? How are you, dude?
Hey, Greg. How you doing, bud?
Hey, bro. What's up, dude? I'm just, I'm just chilling.
He's trying to be cool. He's been trying to be cool lately. I'm sorry about that.
I'm just chilling, bro. Living my life, do what I do.
Okay. He's laying it on pretty thick. I'm sorry about that.
If we can bring him out of the dark place that he's been.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Greg's a cool guy.
It's every day. It's every day, bro. It's all day, bro.
He's
all day, every day. We out here, Greg.
We out here. He's really into that hustle, like rise and grind hustle thing. He talks about that a lot.
Gary V, bro. Gary V, all day, rise and grind, dude.
Oh, it's just like he's one of those people who like he just believes every ad he gets on YouTube.
Has to like and subscribe.
It's insufferable. Well, Lasagna Tube, I would say that of all the people who, are part of this thing and come on the Discord and talk, I think you have the best voice.
That's what? You're crazy.
The best voice and maybe like the most like captivating and charismatic vibe, I would say.
What are you doing?
Like you
my
almost
ego right now. What?
You almost seem like this is like remember that guy was saying that he used to pretend to be a gangster, and it's like, well, that like you kind of have to have a lot of confidence to do. I feel like you have that level of confidence.
While have a blue Christmas without you. You know what I mean? Just to give you the Elvis impression for a
Whoa!
second.
Can you give us a little bit? Give us him meeting. Can you do an impression of him meeting the Beatles for the first time?
Oh, hey, fellas! Can't believe there's so many of you here. Huh?
It's
I'm
nice
so happy to have you here tonight, y'all.
It's nice to meet you, Elvis. Thanks for having us.
I tell you guys, you didn't happen to be smuggling any of them drugs here in the United States of America, did you?
Oh, we gotta go now. We gotta go. Bye. Really
right,
good.
Fellas, well,
are you a singer? Have you ever gone to karaoke and done an Elvis song, and just like destroyed the place?
no, I don't. I don't think I've.
How have you got it?
Record.
That was such a good Elvis. You got to do that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I can do some other fun songs. I can actually sing in a few different languages, but really poorly.
Holy moly. Well, what else you got for us, or should you get the flush at this on this high note?
I think honestly, I just I want to do whatever I can, RM. So you just flush me. I hope you have a good evening. I'm sorry we kept you up so late.
No, Tube, that was beautiful. Please come back with that sweet velvety Elvis voice again, please, for Christ's sake.
Hey, I look forward to it, bud. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
You too. Love you. Wow, that was good. I'm dreaming of a road. I'm pretty good at it too.
I'm dreaming of I'm all shook up. Ooh.
Man, I'm good. Man, I'm just too good at this. That guy sounds like Shoe Nice, but are you thinking of who's Shoe Nice? I can't remember who that is. Shoe on Head, but with so much more hot. Thanks for going so late tonight, Papa Brown. Let's see, what time is it? Maybe like 10 more minutes, okay? What mic is he? Can we get Lasagna Tube to give us a gear rundown? He's got one of those like fancy old 1950s mics.
Oh, a ball shook up. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Comedian, are you there?
Hey, what's happening?
What up? How are you?
I'm good. Just
What's
got
up,
off work.
comedian? What's up, bro?
And I thought I would avoid Greg today.
Nah, no way. No way, dude. I'm here. You're welcome,
how's it
man.
hanging, Greg? How's it hanging?
I'm just watching some Michaela Peterson videos, and I'm getting my shit right, dude.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wow. Wow. It's rough. He doesn't prepare material either, so it's not even like satirically funny or anything.
I feel that.
Well, comedian, I'm pretty good. What's going on with you?
Not much. Yeah, I just got off work and I just catching, the back half of the show.
Ask it. Remember, you said, "How are you?" Can you ask again? How are you? Say.
How are you?
Good now.
Good now. All right.
Yeah,
I heard a guy at work today go when every customer you gotta go like, "Oh, how you doing?" And the guy goes, "Better than most, not as good as some." And like I've never heard that saying, but apparently it's like an old person saying. So
yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, it's cute or whatever, but when you're in a conversation with a stranger and somebody says that, you're just like, okay. Okay.
And that was the first time I heard it. I was like, okay. Like I didn't know how to respond to that. Like
that's what it is. Those little kind of things.
Fine,
Yeah. All those things do those little kind of things. All they do is throw off the person that you're saying it to,
Exactly. Yeah. Just the whole back and forth. It's just derailed. But
if he says it again, or I hope somebody's like who are those?
He's a regular, so he'll be back, and I guess he might say it again. That was the first I've heard him say it though.
What is it? Better than most, but not as good as some.
Yeah.
You should say, if he says it again, be like, who are those some you're talking? Be more specific.
Yeah, like who? Yeah.
It's like the just thing totally... of like I really wonder what he would say.
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah. Now I'm curious.
He's like,
I'll ask him.
He's like, you know who The people who killed Epstein, that's who. He's got a whole
You
thing.
know, the wink wink. Yeah.
You know who. You know, he goes into a real racist tirade about it.
Well, unfortunately, you know, I wouldn't put it past some of these customers, man. I'm in a kind of conservative county, so it happens from time to time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm better than most, but I'm way better than some, and you know who you know that part of town.
My favorite was like this lady, you know, was just like, this whole COVID thing, I tell you, it's political, and I'm just like, you know, like, what do you want me to say? Like, you want me to really push back on you, lady? You want to debate at the checkout line? Like,
this is a stranger saying this to you?
Yeah, complete stranger, just the customer, and I'm like,
It's like, hey, miss, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing way better than those goddamn Chinese who created that virus that killed so many people on purpose.
They're just one step removed from that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Oh God. Well, you know, I'm glad you're pulling through. There's some cool people come through, right? Some cool people roll through.
Some people, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some cool ones at my place. But...
Do you have any of those people that come to your place of work who are like, they're not like cool, you know, they're not like somebody you would hang out with, but they're like a character who you're kind of like, I'm glad that person exists.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Working in sort of like retail type things, there's always those people who you're like, you know, or if you work at a coffee shop, there's always like one guy or a couple people who you're like, this is a goddamn character, this person. I probably wouldn't be caught dead with them outside of work, but they are something.
They you know, they change up the day a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah. They're doing them, as the kids say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as those kids say.
So what else you got going on?
What else is up, dude? I wanted to ask, did you watch any of the movie recs I gave you?
Can you remind me which
No,
recommendation?
Well, you saw the one already, Bicycle Thieves. Wind River.
I have it on the list.
Okay. I know you got a big list to work through. Yeah.
Wind River.
Oh,
and
I got a bone to pick with you, RM. Just a little one. But
a bone tomahawk
I got a bone to
pick?
Yeah.
All right.
No, my brother also watches. I turned him onto your show and your channel.
Thank you.
He watched the episode not knowing that I was going to be on. He's like, dude, were you on? And I was like, yeah, it was me. And he goes, dude, that RM guy, what was he talking about with that Stardust Valley? So he's a big gamer. So you swore that it was called Stardust Valley. He's like, he was like, I have never heard of that game. And I was like, oh, I just thought like it was a game that he mentioned too. And I mentioned Undertale and I mentioned Stardew Valley. And he was like, no, dude, I think he Googled Stardust Valley and Stardew Valley popped up and he just saw the image and he's like, oh yeah, that's the game the Stardust Valley. So I thought
he's like, dude, I think there's something.
Did you mean? Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with this guy. I think maybe he's.
I think Greg is you know.
I think
rubbing off on him or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, man, should we talk to him? I think he's got dementia or something.
I was like, no, it's no biggie. But it was
he doesn't
funny.
know how to use Google correctly.
No, but it was just Wind River, Bicycle Thieves, and The Wrath of Man and Gentleman from Guy Ritchie.
Oh right, the Guy Ritchie.
The Guy Ritchie binge that I went on
with our future mayor.
Whatever
possibly,
right?
Whatever that guy's name is, who cares, right?
He's running, right, for Is it Texas mayor?
I don't know how official
or what
that
was
is.
It?
I don't know how official that is yet.
What would you do if he became your?
I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be shocked, but like, I mean,
how about no more celebrities as politicians? How about that? Just a new law we enact.
Well, who knows? Maybe McConaughey gets in there, and he that would be kind of interesting. He just totally he changes everything. He does this like new Neo Mr. Smith goes to Washington thing.
That would be actually really cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I could just see his first speech like, all right, and then just I don't know.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna hold my breath on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
The other topic was yes, I would go on a date with Chippy. I filled out the toilerette.
Did we already talk about this?
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
filled
Let
out
me-
the thing. I'm waiting for my call back.
You filled out the thing?
Yeah, that's the toilerette form. Yeah,
Oh.
I did.
Do you think you and Chippy would be a good romantic match?
I do, you know. Obviously it's like a parasocial thing. I've heard her so many times on the show, but yeah, I think we would vibe pretty well. We got a lot of similar tastes.
Okay. I feel like Chippy's trying to set up some, satellite show where she's the star, and which, that's fine. But I will say I would love.
But you're hosting it, right?
I hope that this thing happens on this stream
That'd be
because
funny.
Chippy is really, I feel like there's a lot of potential in this show.
Heck yeah.
All right. Well, comedian, I'll talk to you soon.
Wait, one last thing. I'm sorry. I
Go
got
ahead.
2 more movie recommendations to throw onto the list.
Go for it.
Have you seen Mr. America with Tim
No.
Heidecker?
Oh, you know what? I've been meaning to watch that. That's the one where he goes cross country or whatever.
Heck yeah. He's a politician, and yes, just that you would love that movie. I just can tell that's gonna be your
Okay.
your
I'm
cup
in.
of tea.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I was like, I gotta watch that. Love Tim Heidecker. Are any of his associated acts in that? Is DJ Doug Pound in it?
That's the thing is I don't think he's in it, but I do think he edited it. So it's got like his style of editing and sense of humor, and it has Greg Turkington in it because it ties into the On Cinema stuff. I don't know if you ever watched On
Yes.
Cinema.
Of course, yeah, love it.
Yeah, it's got just such a cool vibe, and it's a really, really good time.
I'm watching it. You win. I'm watching it.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Heck yeah.
I don't know any of that stuff.
You don't know who Tim Heidecker is?
Who?
Tim Heidecker.
What is that, some punk rock?
Oh my god.
What is that, some death metal stuff or something? I don't do that, man.
Okay. All right. Genius Greg. We got I'm going to try to say it right. Mod Darmo. $4.99 said thank you for the donate. Thank you for the donation. And they say
keep flushing. Keep flushing. Keep flushing.
Flushing toilets.
Keep flushing.
Keep flushing, y'all. Keep flushing. Let's see what the chat's saying. Guys, we're going to go a little bit more. I want to try to oh man. Man, it got late. It got late quick. But what are people saying in the chat? A lot of people excited about Chippy. A lot of possible toilerette possible romantic mates. All right, last call. Wait. Schwan?
Oh my god. Well, if it isn't Mr. R.N. Brown.
Oh god. I think I know
Damn
who
it.
this.
Damn it, I got rid of the chew. Damn it.
Is that Dave?
Yeah.
Is that Davey?
I'm with Mr. Davey Praxton. My name is Hank Hill from Strickland Propane. Wondering if you'd like a sponsorship.
Yes, I'll take it. And thank you. Man, that's a pretty famous guest. The voice sounds a little, I have to admit, sounds a little off, but
It's been about 20 years. I've had to kill Buck Strickland to get up, if you know what I mean. Bobby and Peggy are dead. I had to put them in the wood chipper. They'll help me. Bill tried to fuck me And Boomhauer tried to arrest me.
Oh
So
boy, jeez.
That's yeah.
Things have really taken a turn over there.
Things have taken a turn. Arlen, well, I'm proud to say I've been a proud sponsor of the Arlen wildfire with Strickland propane over the last 5 years. Reckoning will come, R.M. Brown.
Ryan Carroll, self-report. Anybody from Florida is probably intelligible on mental hygiene grounds. Hey, growing up in Florida, that's true, dude.
That's true right there. That's true. People in Florida, they're crazy.
Oh, God. Fix that feedback. Fix that feedback. Well, guys. Oh, my God. Guys.
Thank you so much for watching the program.
Guys, thank you for watching the show. And I will see you next time. And guys, don't forget about the Monday movie, which is, what is it again? I Seen the Devil. I Seen the Devil. I Seen the Devil is a 2010 South Korean action thriller film directed by Kim Ji-woon and written by Park Hoon-joon. Starring a guy and another guy, the film follows NIS agent Kim, a guy who embarks on a quest of revenge when his fiancée is brutally murdered by the psychopathic serial killer Choi. Very good. Guys,
my brain is in recovery mode.
Churning of ideas.